quarterfinal number 3, but we all know, we're being honest with ourselves, that this is the part of the day that we were waiting for. DauT versus Liereyy. Both players have shown so much throughout their careers. And Koreans, Dave. I mean, you just said it. Lithuanians, probably the Civ we've seen more frequently on Nomad. But Koreans have the potential to make it happen against any Civ.
Yeah, and Koreans are so consistent on Nomad. They don't get the early eco bonuses, but once again, the villager scouting coming into play, and then they have a lot of options. We've seen the turtle ships already. They can go for towers to harass. They can go into war wagons, which are a very strong unit. But Lithuanians, I would still give the edge simply because they start with that so much food. And that means you can go to wood earlier with your villagers and you can get more fishing ships out. Lierey's struggling to find a dock position, though. His villager has started against the landlocked side. He's going to have to go all the way to the corner.
Can we talk about how DauT built the TC with 3 vills, waited until he scouted with all these sheep to find shorelines, and then decided to dock? I think in this instance, it's really working out for him.
Yeah, it's just a consistent way, right? If your vills start all near each other, like they did for DauT, he didn't have to walk very far. I think it's better to get your TC up first and then confirm where the water is and go up for the dock. And we can see him already with 4 sheep, and he's going to be exploring like a madman. He's already exploring the shoreline in the north, and he's going to find the dock from Liereyy as well over on the west if he keeps moving with that sheep.
Yeah, we'll see how he moves. Normally, the house villager would be built. Normally, the dock villager would build a house.
This isn't going to be a repeat of Hera versus Yo, is it? Oh, okay. Ooh. He just loses that. He just loses that pig.
Well, didn't Liereyy pull back there? I'm pretty sure Liereyy pulled back to get the sheep, which we could argue is a mistake. But maybe he just assumed it was spotted anyways, so he walls in his vill there. And I would say their positions are moderately close. Like a castle drop could definitely work for either player here.
Look at Liereyy. He's TC'd on the Ibex, which is great, but he doesn't see anything around there. So he's going to have to scout with a villager. He'll push in these first few Ibex into his town center. But yeah, he needs to use that villager to scout. He's bringing another pig over to find some extra stuff. Cannot see the dock, or not the dock, sorry, the boar north of his TC, which is an issue, but he will find the one south of his TC.
Feels like if he just sends one more vill out, this is kind of risky, actually, bringing this boar. If he sends one more vill out, he might find what he needs. But a better start for DauT, I'd say, in terms of what he can see. Okay, house trick from Liereyy to de-aggro the boar.
What time are you at? Am I behind you again?
I'm at 5 minutes.
I'm at 5 minutes too. Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he deleted it really fast.
Ah.
But he was bringing in the boar long distance, and he just...
He's going to be fine, though. Even though he had it in a little bit later with Lithuanians, you're fine. You can go to wood early, and he's got the fishing ship advantage a little bit in front, I guess. Not too far in front, actually. Fishing ship second ones are out at roughly the same time. And I would argue here that DauT has a really similar start to Liereyy. DauT, though, idle TC. Idle TC, Tristan.
Really bad.
Wow.
Really bad. Yeah.
Why didn't he bring in that boar earlier? It was right next to his town center.
He's at a pig there, too. 43 seconds of TC idle time is minus a vill and a half against Lithuanians who already have the better start. That is really bad for DauT. I don't know how that happens, dude. It's like, if you know the boar is far away from your TC, you could still take that one. It doesn't really make a difference, I guess, unless you think Lierey's close by. And that's the reason he wanted to take the further boar.
That's so interesting. DauT's going to be kicking himself for that, but let's look at the positions here. DauT, with Koreans, has a TC in a good spot. If he walls to the water there, that wood line in the middle will protect him, and then maybe he can even wall to the edge of the map and secure himself half this map if he's going for more of a fast castle type of play.
I feel like if he falls behind in eco, it's still possible with Koreans because of those gold positions for Liereyy. He's got 1 gold that I would consider safe. As Liereyy shoots the boar with his TC, he doesn't finish it off with the vill, so now he's made a mistake. What is this start?
Yikes. And he can spot the boar to the north, so he can take that if he wants to, but Liereyy and DauT, a little bit rocky. Maybe Liereyy trying to give him the 5 games like he offered him, you know?
It's just so funny how Liereyy, you know, he says he's feeling good today, and then that happens. The thing is, at this point, you also have looms, so it's completely unnecessary to do that trick.
Yeah.
It's just players get in the habit of doing it, and Mistake was made there as Lierey's on the way up to feudal age. I still think he's in a good spot here against DauT.
And he can't spot the dock from DauT. He's going to go for a dock up north there. Just because he wants to pressure that area, but his shoreline scouting has been really lacking. Like, he can only see the shoreline to the west. He's going to send a fishing ship out now, which is great.
That's smart.
To scout along the eastern side, but still, he hasn't spotted the dock yet from DauT. He's going to be really fortunate when he finally does spot it with this pig that his villager is nearby making a dock
that's
already.
like, this crap would never happen to me. If I dock the center, my opponent will end up being to the south.
Yep.
Or vice versa. This is so good for Liereyy. And he's just, I don't even know if he'll find it with the fishing ship by the time he's in feudal, but he'll clearly make a fire there.
Well, he's going to...
This is his approach.
He lost the pig there, so he knows something's there. Could be the TC, but he's going to eliminate all the other possibilities with this fishing ship. And he might actually spot this villager going out for the second dock from DauT, as DauT is now on the way to the feudal age, and DauT is going to really struggle. Koreans can't make demo ships, remember, so if he wants to get back on water in feudal age, it's going to be very tough.
The other option, if you're scared of opening fires because the opponent can go demos and you can't, the other option would be galleys. And we have seen Korean galleys before, but the thing about galleys is you normally want to be faster to feudal age, which will not be the case.
And
for DauT.
you need to be far away from your opponent, because if his dock is right beside yours making fire galleys, your galleys are likely going to lose. Liereyy now going for Town Watch because he's housed. I mean, I love Town Watch, and I love players in this tournament prioritizing Town Watch, but especially with the top guys, we only ever see it when they're housed. Yeah.
Except for maybe Jordan. I feel like Jordan's the exception to that.
Jordan.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. This has definitely had first game of the day vibes. It's been a good game from both, but there's been a couple small things that make it clear to me that maybe they just loaded up to look at some build orders and didn't actually play some serious competitive games before this. Best of fives can go on a long time, so you don't necessarily want to waste any energy on a ton of warm-up games. As DauT's sailing around with his fish, not so good for him.
DauT has managed to save his fish so far, though, and DauT queues up 5 fire galleys. Got a lot of res available for production, but Lierey's fish are still safe, and he even added, or I guess he used that scouting fish to come back and fish in the middle here.
Yeah, what I'd like to see for Liereyy, and he might not be able to float it, but if he can float it, maybe use that house villager on the shoreline. He's still sending fishing ships forward, by the way.
Yeah,
that's a mistake.
I think
that's a gather point.
Yeah, he had his gather point up there. That fishing ship's going to go all the way around. He's going to keep repositioning docks on that side.
Yeah, exactly. Uses the fishing ship to block DauT. That would normally want to pop out with a fire or a demo here. Sorry, he can't do that, but it's a 1-for-1. Not bad. But now Liereyy overwhelms.
Yep. And Liereyy has those options for the demos, which the Koreans do not have. I guess my question now is, what are the uptimes going to look like as both players still fight for the water? And DauT still has some of his fishing ships alive. What are they going to look like? DauT seems to be farther behind than Liereyy, and DauT really doesn't have that much food available on land. He's got a few pigs there and then some deer he can take, but it's going to be tough for him to get up.
Really just feels like DauT is trying to do the same thing as the opponent with worse options and worse execution. Yeah, like he was up way later, and then he doesn't have demos. And so when I see Koreans, I think Fast Castle. I think turtle ships, towers, everything's in Castle Age. It's not the type of game that DauT has really brought himself into here. So it's advantage Liereyy right now.
Yeah, and he's going to lose his fish here. Liereyy, does he go for a market in this situation? He doesn't even have a mill yet, I believe.
I think,
he's bringing
that's something that DauT could do. Like, DauT is so well known for dropping down the market before other players.
Yep.
And just selling stuff. And I could see that really bailing DauT out here.
Demo connection from Liereyy. Okay, DauT splits away from that. Demo only hits 1 fire galley, and he's hunting the fish down from Liereyy. And I think he's going to kill 2 fishing boats here.
And if you think about the fish for Liereyy on the other side, they're pretty bad at this point. You've got 4 working, but there's no redock over there. The villager's just been making houses. So let's see if DauT builds the market. There's the market blacksmith. I'm looking. There's still no mill for Liereyy. And Dave, maybe I mean, DauT could still go to
Liereyy-
stone. He could still get a castle up. He could
Liereyy
still get faster
lost that
castle.
villager to the boar. I didn't see
Wait,
it,
which
but
one?
I can. The one that was bringing the boar before, I believe he lost it because the eco KD right now is 4-3 for Liereyy.
What?
So I think
What
he lost.
is happening?
I think Liereyy lost the villager to the boar with Limb.
I think you're right. I mean, there's no other explanation. I remember hearing the boar making noise, but I just figured he was bringing it back to the TC, but maybe that's why I heard it.
Okay, so now if you're Liereyy, you can simply add fish to get some extra food eco. He's on the boar as well. He's thinking about clicking up. I think the problem for him is going to be the buildings. Doesn't have a blacksmith, doesn't have a market, and DauT is already on the way to Castle Age. And DauT is going onto stone right now. This could be trouble for Liereyy if DauT gets his castle in a good position.
Think about how many fishing ships Liereyy had when he played against, shoot, I forget who it was. I think Song in this type of a position. He had like 12 or 15, you know? He had 6 a moment ago. Now he has to add more to get back to his original
And that's
number.
a good fire galley over on the right side from DauT.
Yeah.
He snuck
and
it
DauT's
around
found
there.
that.
DauT has found the fish there. Liereyy is looping around 2 fire galleys of his own to deal with that. Liereyy still doesn't even have one of the buildings. Okay, he's making a market, making a blacksmith, but he's going to go up significantly later than DauT after winning the water and even having an extra boar available, like a better food situation. DauT, the first one to that market, and DauT is going to have a good castle time.
Something that DauT did, which was so good here, is he made 2 mills on deer. They're still working. He's still got boars out there, too. He also has the outpost working forward. I think he has an idea of where Liereyy is. It's just, will DauT know his reputation? And will he try to walk forward? Okay, I think Liereyy actually sees those villagers right now.
He does.
Okay, I'd say go for a guard tower before you go for the castle if you're DauT. Maybe. Just in case.
I don't know, man. You're Koreans against Lithuanians. If you play it safe here, your opponent could go into monks to like convert your wagons.
Yeah,
I think you need the castle in a good location. I think you need it quickly too.
Well, here so
and it
so
is
Liereyy
DauT. It is
senses
DauT.
this.
It is DauT. So
Like, if you go guard tower first, there's no way Liereyy can deny your castle with a tower, but it also delays the castle. DauT, you don't even know what's over here.
He could unintentionally cut off Lierey's gold. He could unintentionally cut it off.
Do it.
Yeah, right here, right here. Put it right here. Oh my God, on the gold, dude.
It's gonna be denied with a tower. This is so Liereyy. Liereyy. Earth to Liereyy. Liereyy. Hi, Liereyy.
You could even send all those vills there. You could send half the vills to attack the villagers from DauT and then a tower. And DauT's already placed a house there. This castle goes up. Liereyy goes for stone walls instead.
I guess he was looking at water against a turtle ship, man. That's not the first time today in the quarters we've seen players just forget to look at their eco.
DauT will win with this turtle ship and that villager, I think, too.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, there is a vill. You can't see him. He's like in the ship. He will, Dave. And that means he could take out some of the fish that are out here. Yeah, still a lot on water for Liereyy, though.
There's 2 vills repairing that, too.
Wow. So great job from Liereyy. Obviously, this sucks, right? But great job for him to stonewall, which means that the pressure now has to loop around for DauT. So that makes it more manageable.
DauT will see that TC in the north with the outpost. That's a great TC on the gold and the stone. It fits in there very nicely. But DauT will have 2 turtle ships now.
Yeah. DauT also working off of just 1 dock, but it's not like he would go double dock turtles anyways. I like the turtle ship. I haven't been totally convinced with them today, so I feel like this is maybe a bit much for DauT, and I think he should just invest into wagons right now. You're not going to do much with this.
Turtle ships will get overwhelmed completely by the fire ships.
If you could make a demo, it'd be different. You hop out with a demo on a few turtles, it's different.
Well,
but
turtles are the reason I think Koreans don't get demos because that would be pretty ridiculous, right?
Okay, so wagons on the way for DauT. He definitely has pushed Liereyy into a spot where Leary's kind of bracing himself for an all-in.
Look at this tower from DauT.
That's so bad. It just gets battered down with Vills. Why?
Well,
Vills just take out the tower.
It is a guard tower, which means it has more HP initially, and DauT just deletes it.
I love it. It's not great, but I love it. And DauT now loses 2 of his wagons.
Yep.
And Liereyy doesn't lose a single monk. He hops into the TC with both of them. And they'll
think,
be charging up for more. Oh.
Honestly, I think Liereyy should send these wagons into DauT's eco.
Yeah,
I think
agree.
you don't keep them at home. I think the monks, now that you've gotten those conversions and you have 2 monks inside and 1 more monk outside, I think, look at DauT trying to go for that tower now in the middle. Okay, it can only be ranged from that 1 villager from the diagonal tile. DauT, complete it. He wants to secure this field here, folks. He wants to secure the patch of snow over there and the straggler tree.
Honestly, I hope Liereyy lets him get it to 80%.
Yeah.
He probably won't, but just let him think he's going to complete that.
I think he is going to. Okay, there we go. Now the villa is struggling. DauT deletes the villager, has to delete that tower foundation. Another monastery on the way from Liereyy. Doc over here on the left side from DauT, which I like quite a bit. And he's going to continue to produce war wagons.
I think at this point, the fishing ships have already paid off for Liereyy. I don't think sniping fish accomplishes too much because he can transition into farms just fine.
This is perfect from Liereyy to send these wagons in here. DauT is forced to go for a monastery at the back. Liereyy can be so annoying with these. They get the archer armor automatically, which means the TC does little to no damage.
Ooh, DauT kills 1 monk. He kills another monk. He does not get the next one, but he loses a wagon. And it's all going to be about the war wagons for DauT. He's so far behind in economy right now. He's 1 TC. He loses another wagon.
Double monastery production too from Liereyy. And there's a monk in the TC. There's 2 monks in the TC waiting for their faith to recharge. Look at how much.
Look at the micro.
Like, dude, these wagons take no damage from TCs. It's actually ridiculous. He's just sitting underneath here.
But DauT's done such a poor job keeping them alive. He's going to lose another. Oh, he doesn't lose another one. Excuse me.
And he converts the wagon at home, so that's good.
Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted the strategy to revolve around, was just wagons. Even double castle wagon. Just crazy pressure with wagons. The turtle ships didn't pay off, but at least DauT is really forcing some idle time for Liereyy.
A lot of idle time. He's killing a lot of monks, too. Liereyy just keeps hopping in and out of the town centers. DauT killing another monk. Liereyy gets another wagon.
Yo, this is as clowny as it gets right here, people. And you know what's good for DauT is that Liereyy will eventually run out of that gold. If DauT can notice that and start to tower or even wall just to keep Liereyy in here, I could see some long-term problems for the Austrian.
Well, there's a wagon up to the north, and imagine the situation DauT would have been if he got that tower down in between. Wow, Tristan. Yeah. Like, just the amount of map control he would have had. I mean...
There's nothing to stop DauT from just guard tower rushing these monasteries.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so surprised that we don't see guard towers. If there was guard tower push with the wagons, the monks do nothing, and I think DauT wins, but Liereyy is just waiting for a castle, and Liereyy might get away with this if DauT isn't careful.
Well, DauT is also waiting for a castle, and I think if DauT goes forward for a castle, you got to send like at least 10 vills. But it is DauT we're talking about.
Yeah, he sent 6 the first time, and that never should have gone up, so... This is crucial, though, because if Liereyy gets a castle up, Liereyy has the food eco to go imp, and he can treb back. That's not possible for DauT, so DauT needs to take a position, hold a position. And I think he's going to feel instinctively that a forward castle makes sense. But if Lierey's goes up, this could be a big problem.
They're going for the university now. Liereyy is going to click up to Imperial Age soon.
Where do you place this castle, Dave? Maybe like where your northern wagon is if you're Liereyy?
Well, DauT's coming. DauT's a coming, and he sent 9. It's almost like he's just insulting me at this point. He sent 9 villagers, not 10. If this castle dies at 99%, whew.
Oh, God. Redemption just completes, which means he can convert the siege and the wagons. And the siege gets converted. No way, dude.
No.
Well, there's a lot of wagons, though. It all depends on the monk micro, because I think the wagons could kill all the monks, and the castle goes up.
Yeah. If you're Liereyy, you target the vills with your wagons, right? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Drop your own castle right next to it is what I would do.
Just snipes the villagers. This is a DauT castle.
No. He'll send more. I think the castle still goes up. Because Liereyy... Well... God, it's so weird watching wagon v wagon. It's so hard to judge the damage.
Oh, now he sends 10. Now he sends 10 vills. That's what I meant.
Now the monks can heal up, and now Liereyy just drops a castle. And are we really seeing a DauT castle decided in game 1?
I feel like you could have completely avoided that castle and just gone for 5 guard towers instead.
Oh, dude.
And it would have done so much more.
You get your castle up if you have 2 guard towers there. You know, I'm really shocked that DauT didn't think of that, as now he falls back, and now he's so far behind in eco.
Yep.
And Liereyy will be able to make trebs, which means he can free up the southern side, treb down DauT's castle. It was like DauT had a really good grasp on what he could do to keep Liereyy back here, but he just didn't find the final piece of the puzzle.
And he's
get horse
redocking the middle. Okay. In a turtle ship.
Well, he's making it messy now, which is good. You know, he's going to do a bunch of random things. But once the monks get the imp upgrades, they'll have additional range, which means that Liereyy will likely convert more wagons, and we know that trebs are going to come out. Big problems for DauT.
What is Liereyy doing at the back of DauT's base? It's a barracks for him at the back. He has great scouting on everything DauT is up to. Like, he knows exactly what's going on here. You can see the second TC already. You can see DauT hasn't really expanded to the north that much. See, he's almost out of stone there.
Dave, if he would have come forward with like 5 or 6 vills and just guard towered those monasteries, Lierey's castle would be in the back corner. I mean, this would be so good for DauT.
Yep.
Here comes block printing, 12 range on the monks.
Oh.
DauT, where are you going, buddy?
1, 2, 3, 4 wagons targeted right now. That's 3 converted. That's a 4th converted. DauT just doesn't care. He's still going. Charge, wagons, charge.
There's so much about fast imp Arbalest. Lierey's like, I'll go fast imp monks. If the situation calls for it, I'll do it.
At this
He's
point,
counter-attacking with wagons right now.
At this point, Lierey's going fast imp war wagon.
True.
With Lithuanians.
And he gets the imp upgrades. Oh, no, I'm dumb. Sorry, he doesn't get the imp upgrades.
He's into the gold from DauT now with those wagons. There's nothing at home. There's 1 monk at home for DauT to counter this with. Hasn't noticed it yet. Losing the wagons at the top. He did kill quite a few villagers, and he's got turtle ships on the middle now. But there's going to be more wagons for Liereyy here.
Yeah, and of course, the monks will always be able to get more conversions. DauT's tower doesn't deny the castle because the treb's there. I guess it kind of does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Looks like Liereyy might be able to take game 1 here, Dave. He's got all of DauT's military that DauT donated to him. He's got more economy, better position now because he was the first to really get a castle up in this middle area next to the wood line we spoke of. What a game, though. I mean, it's so crazy to me. DauT could have won this, man, with Koreans of all civs.
Liereyy has 10 war wagons and DauT has none. DauT calls the GG. Well played from Liereyy there. I think there's so many things that DauT had himself a really good position with that fast uptime to castle age, and with the castle that actually went up. I just think, like, if we think about Tato in that situation and not DauT, Tato would have made guard towers as soon as he saw the monks. Yeah. On that front side, and then gone for a castle. And DauT tried to make a guard tower in the middle of that field twice. Didn't work out for him. And then went for that castle, and of course it got denied. It wouldn't be DauT if it didn't get denied.
Yeah, and I think, like, you know, back to you mentioning Tato, I think the theme of that is Tato realizes how you have to have a slow push with those towers for it to work. And DauT's more of a, as we saw, I need this castle now.
Yep.
And I win type of player. He doesn't really build up towards the end goal as much, or at least he didn't here. But man, just thinking about the lack of gold for Liereyy in the long term. If those monasteries were guard towered, he'd have 1 gold to work off of. He wouldn't be able to make many more monks. The monks wouldn't even be able to get conversions on the wagons. So yeah, DauT's going to be kicking himself for that, Dave. But I do think that DauT did draft away from game number 1. If you look at his Civ draft, DauT had Koreans kind of late-ish. Has Mongols, Malay, and Indians. Those are all civilizations that he drafted for some of these other maps. So there's positives for DauT.
Also, I know EAPM lower on Nomad starts, much lower in general, because the beginning is kind of skewing it, right?
Yeah.
Where you're not doing too much, but DauT with an average EAPM of 40 in that game.
I mean, it's wagons and towers. It's not. I mean, yeah, he's a little slower, but whatever, dude. Like, he didn't have anything he could micro like monks, I guess.
That's true.
Now, as for the peak of 201 APM, that's a sign to me that maybe this doesn't always accurately record things. 201?
Yeah, that was for the monk micro, probably.
Yeah, I also heard a theory from someone, I haven't tested it, that if you use a scroll wheel for anything in your game, that it can increase your APM drastically
Oh,
because it
I could
every
see
little
that.
scroll
Yeah, yeah.
it adds to the APM. But yeah, GG there, man. I'm just pumped to see what DauT will have for his home map.
Yeah, I see Houseboat on there, which I'm really excited about.
Whoops, I accidentally just immediately went into the trailer. My bad. Yeah, Houseboat, dude. Houseboat, he used Indians and Malay in the past. That could be really good. And then what's his other home map? Golden Hill,
Well,
which I guess is kind of sad he doesn't have Koreans for now.
I'm looking at game 2, and I'm excited about the civs because I only saw this civ, I believe, one other time, and it was from Sato, and it was a really great build. Granted, it was in the earlier stages, but DauT has gone for Malay, and Liereyy has gone for the Mayans here.
All right. 3, 2,
Wait,
1, go. And
wait.
what?
I was tabbed. Okay, are you ready? What time are you at?
I'll go back to 10 seconds.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. And game 2. And DauT actually played with Malay against Miguel. I know you didn't cast that series.
Do you want to
But he
change the
did use
colors
it
back
before.
to the same ones we had the first game?
What every time you cast Liereyy, he changes his freaking
Yeah,
colors,
I'm
man.
switching DauT to blue again and Liereyy to
Yeah,
red.
thank you for reminding me because I actually didn't even pick up on that.
Cool.
And I was about to introduce DauT as Liereyy. So, but yeah, he used Malay and he went fast feudal into the forward dock strat, which we've seen a lot of on Houseboat. And Miguel was without a transport and without a dream in that game.
The best one I saw was Sato, and he basically went Malay. He went a little bit later up to Feudal Age and went for a more of a fast castle type of build. But he used his scout and his villagers. He used at one point he had 8 villagers denying a dock foundation on his pond, and then he just added a ton of fish traps around.
Yeah.
And then eventually he had harbors in his opponent's pond later on in Imperial Age. It was really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I really liked Malay here for a lot of reasons. First, I don't think Houseboat necessarily has a solid tier list for civs. I think a lot depends on how you play it. We've seen all civilizations do well. Now, Mayans is up near the top, granted, but we've had Huns win. I could go down the list. So many civs win, whereas you look at other maps like Nomad Game 1, it's a little bit more figured out. So I like Malay for that reason, because I feel like you can break any civilization if you play properly. But also just because of the strat. Like, if you have fish, Malay are always good. And then if you can rush fast docks on Houseboat, Malay seem good. So it just seems like Lierey's got to know what's coming here. And I'm not really sure how you stop it.
I think the key for Malay is you put your dock at the front, because you get that insane line of sight from your dock, and you'll know when your opponent is coming forward to dock themselves on your pond.
True. Early scouting from DauT, I think this signifies that he is going to go fast feudal. He's really looking to see where Liereyy is. And he'll find him shortly. He's actually found a bit of buffalo as well. He's actually bringing the buffalo into his TC. And Lierey's scout is scouting the south, find some buffalo. Actually, a really good area for a mill later on for Liereyy.
Yep.
But what will Liereyy do, and will he expect it? I mean, I feel like he has to expect it. And if you expect it, maybe you just go fast feudal yourself into 2 defensive docks. Dangerous, though.
Liereyy already pre-walling in his wood line. Scared
that's
of that Dark Age scout. Yeah, very scared of that. Liereyy has gone for the dock forward as well. She'll give him an indication if DauT decides to come forward and dock here. Lots of other surface area on this pond available, though.
Yeah.
And Lierey's going to bring those water buffalo over. He found another 2 more, which is great.
Ooh, Liereyy has no loom. Dockville.
Ooh, but he can load up in the transport ship.
Will it be in time?
On the last hit. Oh! See you later.
Okay, DauT has to say something about that. You know DauT wants to say something right now. But he's a bit more serious, of course, because this is an important stage.
And Liereyy just brings another villager over there. He's like, yeah, well, just irreplaceable.
All right, DauT will actually.
Oh,
no,
he'll find the water
buffalo.
buffalo. That's good. Good. He brings him back again. He's already got 2 under his TC. He's got another 2 he just unloaded. And he'll have another 2 as well, unless Liereyy finds those again. So good stuff here from DauT. It's a solid start already.
Both players have opened way better than they did in the first game. Both players made some crucial errors.
Ooh.
Villagers going down, boars going down, and
Villager
idle
at
CC
risk
time.
of going down here from DauT. He's trying to save it, and he does save it. Well played from the Lord.
He's got it. That sucks, though, because now your lumberjacks are all inefficient on the
Yeah.
other side.
And she's just sitting there.
I think he might actually bring her to the water buffalo. But nah, okay. Lierey's going to run away. Both players have attempted to kill Vils. And what's good for DauT is his scout's actually in a very good spot to kill Lierey's eagle when he hits feudal.
So Liereyy clicks up to Feudal Age first, but with DauT's setup right now, I think he could just drop off some food maybe from the fishing ships from the fishermen and the people collecting from water buffalo and still be up at the same time.
This is such a good play from Liereyy. I think he watched the previous games from DauT. He's expecting Malay to just come forward and go double dock. And I think he's just going to go 2 docks at home and just play defensive here. I would assume so. He hasn't sent any villagers forward yet.
DauT clicks up.
Golds.
And DauT's only going to
on
be
the
15
way.
seconds behind. Malay, man. Malay. So nice.
The Vill's on the way, though. He's not sending a Vill forward. Are both players expecting the other to dock
Probably.
up, and they're just waiting for the other one right now? Look at DauT. He's looking for it. This is funny, man. We haven't seen this yet, but we also... Now, there's a second dock for Liereyy.
Okay, DauT
I would
loads
die if
up
DauT does it.
2 villagers in the transport ship, but brings them over, along with the water buffalo.
It's a peace treaty. They just agree to not dock each other's fish. This is a first, man. We haven't seen this yet. Oh my god, Liereyy just kills the water
How
buffalo.
did he even see that behind the transport ship? I didn't even know that was there.
Got eagle eyes, man.
Literally.
No
All right.
second dock for DauT. And DauT's got to be like, okay, he didn't dock me yet. Do I dock him now? And I think he's going to try it, but much later. But this could always be defensive.
Yep, Liereyy coming around with the eagle. He's looking now. He's still searching. No, DauT goes for a dock on the front. So both of them are just playing secure my own pond. I think the other player is coming forward. I'm going to make my way up to Castle Age.
That's amazing. Because we've seen players try and invite the pressure, but we've never seen both players try and invite the pressure. And another dock for DauT. I mean, I guess you could say that this is better for him because he's Malay, but
Yep.
we haven't really seen the fish traps yet. You know, fish traps will come much later. The resources are actually looking insane for Liereyy as he's transporting villager after villager across.
And he goes for a barracks now. Okay.
And maybe follow that up with an archery range here. I mean, it does beg the question. I feel like if Mayans are untouched, they're better off than Malay here. I thought Malay would use their bonuses on water.
Well, I think Malay, their bonuses come in a little bit later, right? With the fish traps, especially after you fished
Yeah.
out this whole area. If you have a free pond with fish traps and you're in a decent position, Malay have a lot to work with. And Liereyy goes for the blacksmith now. Probably make an archery range as well. And then just slowly make his way up to the Castle Age without the use of the market. DauT, I will suspect, goes for a market here. He's just now building a mill. And then even if he clicks up later than Liereyy, he will be up at a similar time with Malay. And I love how he's got an insane line of sight with his docks. And the only places he can't see, he has a fire galley and a transport ship over there, just in case Liereyy comes over to forward dock him.
I love the scouting. DauT is looking right now, checking the gold. Lierey's scouting, looking at the gold. This is high-level AoE too.
Is
And
Liereyy
I
looking
think
for
Liereyy
that
was
weak
checking
bill?
for the weak bill.
Yeah, she's on the berries.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the scout can kill that. I'm actually surprised DauT didn't find it earlier.
DauT is still adding fishing ships. He's definitely planning on going for the slower build into fish trap
I like it.
kind of approach. Both players looking good in terms of resources. Liereyy just now clicks up. DauT is almost there, and DauT, I think, kills that eagle with his scout. Yeah. But there's another eagle on the way from Liereyy.
So DauT will have better economy when the fish traps start to come out. For now, adding more fishing ships is kind of inefficient for you. There's a lot of bumping.
Yeah, and then
He
you're going to have
goes-
to invest a whole lot of wood into the fish traps, and it's going to
Yeah.
mean you can't really make much more military. He bought some food with the market. He's on his way up. He's actually going to be faster there than Liereyy. Lierey's still going for eagles here, and he goes for the armor, and it looked like he's sending a villager forward for a dock too.
I think he's gonna try it. I think he's gonna try and punish this.
Maybe once he sees the fire galley, he doesn't do that.
Well, you can still get a dock down if there's a fire galley, though. You just need palisade walls.
Yeah.
Fire galley doesn't deny the dock. So DauT has to be careful, but also at the same time, the timing on this dock is not exactly great.
Yeah.
Because DauT can just queue up 3 fires out of 3 docks, and then DauT just wins. So I'm thinking maybe this is for something else.
There's the fish traps already from DauT. He's made that one within range of the Eagles, though. So the Eagles could take that out as soon as they're ready.
Eagles are also in on the berries, Dave. This is going to get awkward for DauT. 2 Eagles will be Castle Age Eagles in a bit with forging. Good save for DauT next to the barracks. He doesn't see the other Eagles. It happened at the same time. DauT!
Not paying attention. It hasn't lost a villager yet, but Liereyy is on the case, and Liereyy is going to kill 2 vills here from DauT.
Oh, jeez.
He's now fighting with villagers against Eagles with armor.
Dude, like, I feel like, again, this is so DauT because he's maybe 5 palisade walls away from this entire portion of his eco being safe.
Yep.
5 palisades between the houses, between the shoreline.
Another vill. And Liereyy comes in with more Eagles. He comes in with more Eagles, and it's still not walled on this side. Okay, DauT now comes over for the wall. Think it's going to be 1 second too late. No, he blocks with the galley and completes the walls. The other Eagle is still in at the back there, but Liereyy gets in somehow still.
Oh, man. And Liereyy can just boom behind this. This is all the pressure in the world he would have
2 more vills dead.
He's actually going to go Monk Siege. But this is so avoidable, man. This strategy was good. But the execution for DauT, oh my goodness.
Another vill goes down. It's +2 armor on the Eagles. He killed 8 villagers. He has not killed a fishing ship yet. He's just now killed one with the Eagles on the front. 8 villagers with just standard Eagles, not even upgraded to the Castle Age form. Second TC in the north now from DauT in a good location, but Lierey's going to be pressuring on the front, and Liereyy can convert the Navy from DauT and then use it against the fishing ships and the fishing traps from him. Delete the fire, delete the fire, delete it. Okay, he pulls it out of range.
This is genuinely an amazing strat from Liereyy. I mean, the Eagles obviously found reward that they shouldn't have found. However, going Ram Monk against the docks, I don't see as a bad thing because it will free up some space for you to dock yourself. I would just say he's going to have concerns if he doesn't have a little bit more in support of his siege monk there.
He's going to have concerns about these knights on the field and the scout coming out. So if DauT engages against the monk, takes it out right away, then he can engage against the Eagles and the Mangonels with his knights. So there's still a chance here for DauT because he has those fishing ships. That's his advantage.
Another Eagle runs in. Guys, if you have any like friends or family who are trying to get into Age of Empires and you're trying to explain DauT as a player, this is it. The fact that he's lost 10 eco and he's still in the game.
Yep.
like DauT's strategy is good. The execution has struggled a little bit. He's still in the game if those fishing ships become fishing ships on fish traps and if he doesn't lose more ground.
And he's got a decent amount of galleys now too. So even if Liereyy manages to convert, you know, 1 fire galley or 1 galley or whatever with his monk, he can still keep his fishing ships alive. He's got some knights waiting, and Liereyy comes forward with the castle, and this will allow him to dock that front side and kill all those fishing ships and range all of DauT's eco. DauT is going to need a response to this.
Ooh, DauT could kill all of this, actually.
Maybe.
He can kill the monks.
Liereyy got 1 knight. 1 knight. Is it going to be enough here? The Mangonel goes down. 2 Eagles and a knight against 2 knights from DauT. The monk is going down to the galleys. DauT, can he deny the castle? It's only 4 villagers there from Liereyy.
He's going to take out more siege. This is so sloppy. Both players are tossing away advantages. What is happening?
No more knights coming out.
Should go up.
No more knights coming out from DauT. If he had just 1 more knight queued at the moment, he could potentially deny that castle. But Liereyy didn't care with the villagers. He kept building it. It will go up. The galleys are there, but not enough to kill the Eagles before they take out the knight. And DauT will have a castle on his face. And he still hasn't fully walled his base against these Eagles. I guess on the right side, is there a hole there? I can't even think there is. There might be.
I think there is a hole there, yeah.
Oh, there's one along the shoreline.
Yeah, that hole has been there. The units got in earlier because of that. But DauT, okay, now he realizes it. Now he's going to add a palisade. Okay, so let's take a deep breath for DauT. Obviously, I think as this game goes on, him having to use the transport to send vills over is probably worse for him than it is for Liereyy.
Yep.
But he's got fishing traps. He does have 3 TCs. My issue for him is Lierey's completely open and there's been 0 counterattack. So I think that's what DauT needs to change.
Well, I think like having to gather so much wood for those fishing traps and having to place it and whatever just kind of put him on the back foot against the aggression. He was just constantly fighting with these little villager battles against eagles, and then he had to respond to the castle and the monks and the mangonels and everything. It's just super difficult for him to even find time to raid, right? And now Liereyy is on that back wood line with some eagles, a monk and a mangonel. DauT needs to replace these
DauT
villagers.
Building a fish trap with a vill right now?
He is. I didn't even know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either. And now he's lost it. He's lost the vill. He'll lose the fishing chips. Oh, man. He's just trying to protect himself with Navy right now. I had no clue that that was possible.
Okay, galleys are shifting over there. DauT still has 10 fishing ships, and he's getting more galley now. And he has those TCs in the north. He's going to be able to kill that mangonel. Yes.
That must be so frustrating. Yeah, okay. Finally. It's just wild to me. DauT's still in this game.
Yep.
DauT is still in this game. He just needs to ensure that he doesn't lose any more eco, both on land and on water, and then somehow find a way to counter, which is still becoming an issue for me. I don't see how he can ever counterattack here.
Well, he almost has enough for a castle, so there's that. It is DauT.
As we see a line of Liereyy units heading to the hill on the left, where DauT will probably place the castle.
Yep. Man,
Eagle's going down, though. This has been really sloppy from Liereyy.
I think Lierey's just trying to disrupt DauT's flow and get himself enough time, because like you said before, I mean, he's been untouched at home. Now his monks in the back, DauT needs to deal with. He has a mangonel back there. DauT can't range. He's got eagles over there. He's got eagles distracting on the left side, and he's still booming up at his base, and he's added fish traps of his own. He actually added some extra fishing ships of his own, too.
Does DauT realize his vills are behind the house? Okay, there he goes. He's running away.
Eagles in the north again. Oh, my goodness.
Garrison, and I think that's where he wants to drop a castle, and there's siege there now. Oh, boy.
He's kept a lot of his fishing ships alive, too. Even with all this pressure, he's kept them alive. He's kept his war galley numbers up. He's got the 3 TCs. He's at 62 vills. Lierey's only at 58. So after all of this, DauT still alive. He loses 2 vills at the top there.
Where's the castle going to go for DauT? Dude, is this going to be 2 DauT castle games in a row? He's going to drop it on the hill, right?
There's a mangonel there, my friend. There is a mangonel there, my friend.
Anyways. And now he can't even get to the mangonel with anything because the trees are there. This is even worse than the previous game. Oh my goodness, DauT.
At this point, you just need to commit to this. And he takes out the monk with the TC. He's taking out the eagles with the TC. He's got a knight coming. Knight is looping around. Villagers looping. Weak villagers looping around. More vills going down near that castle. The mangonel dies to the TC. Loses 2 vills from that. Loses another vill trying to take out the mangonel. There's a knight now for Liereyy that was converted. DauT is sending the boys and girls again. DauT needs to get this castle completed. But at what cost?
Yeah. And then, like, you won't have eco. I know karambits aren't that expensive, but you're not going to have eco anymore to push back with anything.
Like, the distractions from Liereyy early, the little battles that he won, the villagers he took out have all resulted in this. Yeah. And it's been fantastic play from him. It was a great job for DauT to hold, to even remain in the game. But I think that castle solidifies it. And I think Liereyy is going to take game number 2 as his resources are looking insane. He has enough to drop a castle of his own.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'd be castle number 2. Just converts a karambit warrior. No problem. Using the siege still on the vills. Man, he's got such good command over his units.
Yep.
You haven't seen monk siege against this type of water play before, probably because no one can execute like this.
In DauT's favor, a good unit against monk siege is karambits.
Yeah.
It's one of the best units because even if they get converted, I mean, who cares? It's a karambit, right?
Yep, true.
But still, Liereyy will have enough for a second castle, and he's playing it safe. He's playing it safe. He's putting that castle on a hill. He's got a 4th TC coming up. His resources looking really good, even pulling in the relics now. DauT has the ability to make cheap fish traps that can last a very long time, but he doesn't have the map control he needs.
Look how casual it is for Liereyy, too. He's just 2 villager castle. He's like, yeah, if I have map control and a little bit of military, I can just casually build that. Getting the relics, like you said, Dave. Also a TC on the left side, which is vulnerable for him. So he'll secure that. And then he's actually not, this is really annoying, he's not using the TC on the island to go imp. So he still has to create villagers out of that and transport them over.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the one tiny little thing Lierey's done wrong in this game.
Eco KD is 49-0, by the way.
Is it really? Wow. I mean, I didn't think it'd be as bad as 49, but as we said,
DauT's up!
DauT
What?
had no ability to counterattack as he's imping.
Dude, fish traps, man. DauT is up to the next stage. Holy.
Like, but doesn't this make this castle look so much worse? Because what do? You can't go trebs. You can't protect your treb.
Man.
Well, actually, he could, in theory, put the treb on the shoreline. That wouldn't be too bad. I think that war galleys would do okay against the plumes.
He's going for skirmishers, so he knows what's coming from Liereyy.
Good move. Will be missing some upgrades. 30 eco behind. Mayans also have their resources last longer, so just lots of reasons where this is going to be tricky for DauT. But he should play this out. He should give it his best shot, and skirm opening with trebs is definitely the go-to here.
Plumes are
Liereyy, kill the
looping
elephant.
around to the top.
Okay, hits the TC. Must be looking at something else at the moment. There you go.
That's a good first engagement there for DauT, but he can no longer take that wood line. Needs to probably reposition. Okay, Liereyy just heads out of there. Never mind. And Liereyy is looping around on the right side with more plumes. I think DauT is rewalled there, though, and he has Navy sitting there. DauT is still on stone, but he doesn't have enough for a second castle yet. Probably with this Imperial Age time, faster than Liereyy. Would have loved to have one forward. That's not going to happen. And he's actually taking a decent fight with non-upgraded skirmishers against plumed archers.
Is that decent, though?
Well, considering they're not upgraded, I'd say yes.
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. But I feel like not having a lead skirm is another sign that maybe this imp has come too fast for him. As Lierey's going to try and break through on the right now. Liereyy is dominating with the plumes. He's even getting conscription so he can create more units. Getting relic number 3 in the middle. And if DauT has any chance, he's got to bring this treb into the shoreline. At least the Navy can protect him. I think Liereyy will likely address this in some capacity, though.
Mm-hmm.
Now Elite Skirm comes in.
I almost wouldn't be opposed to seeing Liereyy. Actually, DauT should put that treb on his middle island to be super safe.
Dude, you're right. That would be amazing. I feel like if DauT does that, as hosts, we should just give him the win.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
I think we have the power to do that.
I think, like, there's actually an option here for Liereyy to retake DauT's water, and that might be the killing blow.
Yeah.
If he
Or
has
just go
available
Eagles
res.
here.
Or just go Eagles.
Yeah. He'll probably repair this castle to buy time. It actually has been pretty sloppy for Liereyy. He's lost a lot of plumes. But, you know, he's going to switch into Eagles. He already has full armor, so I don't think he needs to wait for El Dorado here. Honestly, just 5 to 10 elite Eagles and all this gets mopped up.
Another TC even on the right side. Liereyy is playing this super safe. And he's got, look at the house wall. Look at that. It's complete vision if DauT tries to go for something sneaky.
He sees everything. The Eagles go in now. DauT will see this. It's the only positive for DauT here is he might actually take out the castle. Liereyy barely keeping that alive. And it does go down. But now the Trebs are going to go down and DauT's on skirmisher tech.
And I think Lierey's saving up for El Dorado. Yep, there's El Dorado right there. 100 HP Eagles with the final armor upgrade. These things don't even need the attack upgrades. They can just run under TCs, run into the economy from DauT, keep him busy, and Liereyy will continue the slow push with his economy, with his trebs, with his houses, with everything behind this. DauT goes for a second castle up at the top there. That's not... If you were to ask him, I think that's not the castle placement he would have wanted at the beginning of the game.
And the Eagles make it through into the back of the eco. These villagers are probably upset because they had to deal with Eagles and Castle Age, but good house walling there from DauT.
Good house walling.
And he does have some few.
Oh, the Karambits are coming.
I think the Eagles just passed through, right? Oh God, DauT just didn't patrol, just passes. And Dave, I think we're seeing, and we could say this for both games. that when the opportunities come for Liereyy, he takes advantage
Oh
of
yeah,
them.
yeah.
And the opportunities for DauT have been here, right? Game 1 especially, we talked about how he could have closed it out. But he just hasn't been able to make the most of those tiny moments. And Lierey's in again on the right-hand side, more Eagles. About to have full upgrades. And DauT's just probably sitting here in shock. Like, I was prepared for this. I was prepared for the series, and here we are, and I'm about to go 2-0 down.
Well, I mean, the big thing I think that changed the entire game was just not a palisade wall on the shoreline early, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And we see the GG being called from DauT there. I think it was a good strategy. I saw a very similar thing from Sato. I was impressed. The fact he got all those fish traps down at the time he did tells you that it can work, but it's not going to work as well if you lose 8 villagers to Eagles in Feudal and early Castle Age.
And it was particularly bad because initially he had a warning, and he lost, I think, 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And then a group came in on both sides. So, you make the mistake once, you think, okay, how did they get in here? And he just wasn't able to correct that. And Liereyy, I mean, Liereyy just looked smooth the whole way through. There wasn't a single counterattack in this game for DauT. The eco KD was 60-0. And Liereyy actually ended up kind of stealing the idea in the first place. He goes for 13 fish traps as well behind all this with Mayans. So Liereyy looking like he's in the driver's seat right now, and DauT really has to brush up on his execution.
Yep.
I think his strategies are good, but the execution has struggled big time.
Yep. And just advantage everywhere for Liereyy, except for the castle and Imperial Age time. That Imperial Age time somehow for DauT.
Fast imp into bracer on Feudal Age skirms.
Yep.
It was so sad. And at that point, it's important to clarify, like, you get to that position, you should just die, right? Anything you do from there, Lierey's going to punish you for. So he gave his best shot getting imp. Liereyy took advantage of the earlier mistakes from DauT. And Liereyy finds himself up 2-0 rather quickly here.
2-0. We predicted DauT was winning 3-1. And that doesn't look good. Yeah, I mean, you were on board with that.
I said Liereyy 3-1. You said
I said my head thinks Liereyy 3-1, but then you said your heart says DauT.
I don't remember what I said. But I could say that if you thought that Liereyy was going to win this series, you're looking like your prediction was correct right now. And DauT fans, I mean, DauT fans have stood by him during reverse sweeps before. DauT's been able to pull it off many, many times. So he's going to have to get a victory to start it all off on Golden Hill. And I've seen the civs. I'm a little surprised, Dave. I think we should just get in.
Liereyy changed color again.
I swear to God, every single tourney is so bad. Like, I would have been fine with these colors if he stuck with them or opened up the tourney with them. But yeah, we'll change it back to red, I guess. And when you're ready, let me know.
I'm ready.
Started. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Game 3. Come on, DauT. You could have got a win in game 1. Game 2 was a little iffy. Let's see what you can do here. Game 3. He's playing Indians, Dave, a civ that can benefit from all the amazing shorefish here on Golden Hill.
Yep,
and DauT's playing Portuguese.
DauT is TCing. Oh man, he didn't see the berries. It would have been such a nice TC between the woodline and the berries, but he puts it there. He's going to have gold nearby. He's going to have berries nearby. He'll probably find those sheep fairly early. And he's gone for the dock right away in a position that I haven't seen a dock be placed before. Right on the shoreline there. He will have access to 1 deep fish, but he's really going to have to travel for the next one.
Indians looked good when Vinchester played them earlier, but also what his opponent did was not so good. So it's hard for me to say the Indians are top tier here. But they do immediately benefit from a villager on shorefish, and that's next to the dock. And then your villagers are cheap. So I feel like maybe similar to the previous matchup where the Malay had worse overall unit options, but better economy options. Maybe that's kind of how you look at it if you're comparing these civs.
All right, Liereyy is now searching for extra food. He can see the shorefish there, so in case of emergency, maybe take that. And he sends another villager. Is this villager scouting, or is it going out to dock? He's really going to have an issue finding a good dock spot because the nearest shorefish only has 1 deep fish nearby, and then the one to the north of that also has a shorefish is pretty far away.
Yeah, both players went for an immediate dock, and honestly, the fish is going to be pretty bad for them after they take the first 225 food. So it's even in that regard, DauT should have the lead as he will probably get the fishing ship faster, but then I guess in theory, Liereyy will
DauT
have his
is
next bill faster.
DauT is
So
not scouting with a villager yet. This could be really bad. Luckily for him, there are sheep nearby, so maybe he'll
yeah.
find those. But oh damn, dude! If he delays
Well,
this any longer, he could be in a really bad position.
I think you need to make a house soon. So you probably send a villager out to make a house to the right. At least that's what I would do, and you might just discover the sheep.
There we go. That's exactly what he's doing.
He sees it, house, perfect. Yes, that's good.
Yep.
I think it would be quite bad if he didn't have the sheep.
Liereyy is still scouting. He finds the deer. Maybe he could push those. Let's see if there's anything to the south. No, there's nothing to the south to take.
He's
Wow,
got some
Liereyy
stuff to
is
the
going to
north.
have really rough food problems here.
If he sends another vill to the right, he's got a boar. But I think the key here, at least from what we've seen, is you actually gotta get sheep, you know?
Yep.
Like if this tourney were to start again tomorrow, I think it would double the amount of sheep on the
Or-
lands. That way players could scout a little more.
I think maybe spawn them with a sheep, one sheep in the middle, right next to
yeah,
their
just
vills.
something.
Yeah.
Because it becomes a bit of a struggle right now. And Liereyy just needs to make sure that he sends 2 vills, which he's doing. And we've
He's
seen
going to
this a
find
lot.
the boar. He's going to find
And
the
he
boar.
sees the boar. Yep.
Perfect. But it's kind of hard to see. Okay, he sees it now.
Does have
Bring this one
loom.
back.
Misses out on the sheep, which is kind of sad, but DauT hasn't found a boar yet.
Liereyy
so-
has had 1 minute and 9 seconds of idle TC time, though.
Ooh, that's really bad.
Yep, and that shows you how dire his food situation was. Even with the villager gathering from the shorefish, even with the fishing ships. DauT is ahead on vills right now. DauT's in a better position. DauT has found a boar he's bringing in right now.
So nice to have cheap vills. When you're low on food, it's so nice to have those cheap villagers. I think it's 45 in Dark Age for Indians, right? Instead of 50 food.
Yep.
I think it goes 45 and then gets cheaper in feudal down to 40. But a second boar now coming in for Liereyy. So in comes that. And he is Portuguese. We've seen Portuguese do well with organ guns. They're also pretty competitive on water, too. I personally prefer the Portuguese here when it comes to their options.
Knowing Liereyy, he probably won't go for that YOLO Castle organ gun play. He'll probably just take water, get up to Imperial Age at a respectable time while holding the middle, and then mass an army to fight against DauT with his Imperial Age upgrades.
I remember against Jordan, he was Malay. He went Wind Water, Fast Imp,
Yep.
and then went Trebs, Monks. Kind of similar to how he played game 1 in this series, I guess.
He's used a fishing ship to scout some extra fish that he can take. If he's going to be searching for shorefish, though, he's going to go a long way with this Vil because there's nothing along that shoreline until further north. Still looking, still looking, still looking.
I feel like he's just going to have to accept that this is a really bad dock spot. Because if you go for a second dock, maybe he feels the need to. But now he doesn't have a lumber camp.
Yep.
And he will need a lumber camp, a mill, or a mining camp, or a barracks. One of those to be able to go feudal. And DauT's already approaching the resources to go feudal age.
Yeah, DauT's looking good here. If DauT is really stubborn on docking a shorefish, though, he's going to have a bad second dock as well. Unless, actually, no, he can go for that one little bit to the right of his villager. Yeah, that should be fine.
Wow, this is a pretty solid uptime for DauT. Was able to find some food, figure it out, and Liereyy obviously had some TC idle time. That said, only a 30-second difference with that. And I like the fishing now for Liereyy. It looks a whole lot better. He already has 2 docks, but also DauT's going to be in feudal faster at his second dock and probably go fire galleys.
Liereyy should be able to click up soon, though. Oh, he doesn't have any food under his TC. He needs to drop off with the fishing ships.
There he goes. And DauT's scouting with a fishing ship just passing. And if DauT continues along this way, he might find that Lierey's gone 2 docks. Actually, that would confuse me. If I saw Liereyy already had a second dock, I would be super confused because normally Liereyy would be building it right now.
Yep. But, I mean, he can look at the fish situation over there and say, like, yeah, not so
Yeah,
confusing anymore.
All right, third dock for DauT. Keep in mind, DauT made a mining camp, made a lumber camp. You have mining camp as well for Liereyy. Kinda, I mean, exact same approach. But
Listen.
DauT is getting the lead here.
And DauT has 6 fishing ships to the 5 from Liereyy. And DauT's going into galleys now. Doesn't quite have the wood for a third one. But galley play should work out, at least for the initial phase. He will snipe a few of Lierey's fishing boats before Liereyy can get a response. But his docks are awfully close for the galley play to work out long term if Liereyy keeps up fire galley production.
What if you hop out with 2? You have 40 seconds now, right? So you should probably utilize your advantage. Hop out with 2.
And then start adding fire galleys after that?
Yeah, or like at least have one of these docks make a demo and then just hold that little choke.
Yeah, maybe.
Why is he not going forward? I guess he doesn't know the fish is there, Dave.
Yeah, he thinks they might be on the other side, but if that dock's up there, you should know. You should know. Or maybe he wants to position it in the marsh to take map control?
He's looking. I don't think he's completely sure right now. And now he sees the other dock. Still looking.
DauT, go up that way. No, DauT, go that way. Okay. Okay, he's going.
There he goes. Well, now the fires are out. This is the problem with opening galleys. He missed his window. And also, you're right next to him, too, so it's really not the best opening for DauT.
He missed his window there, going in the wrong direction. Liereyy is housed, which is good for DauT. He's going to have to force that one up, and that'll stall out his production a little bit. DauT has 4 galleys as well, with 2 more in production. He's going for a fire galley, too, and that'll probably just to sit in front of his galleys, tank some damage from the fire galleys from Liereyy.
And no demo for DauT. You can tell he double-clicked his galleys, clicked to the right.
Yep.
It selected that galley that went to the left earlier, so kind of awkward for him to be separated, but
I think DauT's going to have...
players have horrible food eco.
Yeah,
right
DauT is going to have problems getting fletching even. I mean, he's lucky his villagers are a little bit cheaper, and he's going to find the fishing ships finally from Liereyy, and he's going to be like, that's where they were. Okay. Doesn't even manage to take one out, and now Liereyy has quite a few fire galleys, and he's blocking here. DauT weasels his way past, though.
All the things we said about Lierey's struggles, the TC idle time, the uptime from DauT, and here we are, and the KD is 3-1 for Liereyy.
Yeah, but
Another
look at
game where
look at the idle TC time for Liereyy, 2.5 minutes.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, what you normally do with all-in water builds is the only food income you have is your fish, and both players have really awkward fishing spots.
DauT is now going out to the shore fish, so that's great, and he's got deer nearby, so he can take those. He's got a decent number of galleys now. He still doesn't have fletching, though, but he'll be able to wipe up the fish, probably, from Liereyy if he commits this time, and he'll be able to kill that villager, too. No.
Yep.
Oh, he does. Okay.
I guess Liereyy was paranoid that maybe a demo would pop out as DauT micros down a demo. I'm a little surprised to see he didn't repair his ships back near where his fishing is, and how he just separated himself from the group. And DauT actually gets
a good engagement.
Does lose his fish, but gets amazing clear up on the water.
Yeah, it's a great engagement here.
Jeez, that swung fast, man. That
Liereyy, though,
really fast.
I think Liereyy did go out to the shorefish a little bit earlier, and now he's taken from the berries as well, which means he has more food in the bank from DauT, and DauT only with 1 fishing ship alive after winning the water, so Liereyy should be the first one up to Castle Age. And once he gets the War Galley upgrade, maybe he can push back again onto this middle area, but for the time being, DauT is controlling this water. He's going to be able to control that crossing, and he's already made houses here, and he's going for another one there, so he's going to know if Liereyy comes across.
DauT, I'm shocked that the building he's building is not a market. It feels like a very DauT thing to try and buy some food to catch up as he goes for a barracks right now.
Yeah, that is really weird. I would have, if you had asked me, I would have guaranteed it would be a market first.
Yeah.
With that amount of gold in the bank, like...
To be honest, as you were speaking about the other thing, I wanted you to finish saying what you were saying so I could guess that the market would come up. And I wanted to look like a genius. Not that that would make me a genius because it's DauT. And of course, he's going stable? He's going to go scout.
He's going to go stable with 600 gold in the bank.
I mean, he could always make a market to catch up. And I don't mind the scout. I also like the water control. I love the houses. I love the walling. This is all good.
I think the key to this, though, is you got to kill the docks from Liereyy, and you can't let him redock. You need to have galleys all over the place watching for that redock, and you need to kill these docks before Liereyy gets up to Castle Age. Because even if he can't come across the middle because of your walls, he can easily retake the water if he gets like 3 docks producing once he gets the War Galley upgrade.
DauT does have a lot of vills on shorefish. It's the fastest food source in the game. Indian villagers on shorefish. And there's the market for him. Maybe it's just one scout. I mean, one scout could definitely help in some ways, and he'll get through.
It's good. I love the fact that DauT has a galley patrolling on the right side, and he's got another 2 on the crossing. He's already got scouts coming, and he's about to click up to the next stage. Finally did go for that market. And 13 galleys is nothing to laugh at if Liereyy only has 1 dock to produce.
I don't even know if Liereyy will produce. He hasn't made a single fire.
Not at this point. He's gone for a barracks instead, and Scout's going to be in there. No spearman yet. Lierey's going to be like, what the hell is this?
Okay, so I'm thinking he's not going water, and he adds just a barracks. I think he just wants defensive spearmen, and he's going to boom here.
Ooh.
Just add TCs.
There's some weak villagers on that deer from Liereyy. He needs to be careful. If
Will DauT check. Will DauT check that.
DauT check?
Doesn't even see him, actually. Yeah. Obviously, he has no way of knowing what is where, and he sees the TC. He might consider attacking one of those vills, but nope, just scouting. I like the patience from DauT. And we had mentioned earlier that DauT's going to win on his strategy, and he's not necessarily going to win in the small execution moments against a player like Liereyy. And so far, as he's even adding scouts to scout his own island, I'm really liking the decisions from DauT.
Yeah, I mean, if he can hold water here, he should have a clear advantage, right? Indians are probably a better boom sieve than Portuguese, and Portuguese, if you think about them, they want access to that gold and they want access to that stone. Right now, Liereyy has a limited supply.
What did you think of Liereyy? And I know it's a while ago now, but he had fires. He didn't repair it all, and then he just kind of left his fish alone and went to the crossing. What
honestly,
do you think about
dude,
that?
I think his start was so bad that he was in the mindset of, I'm going to be behind no matter what I do. I might as well just YOLO my way up to Castle Age.
Okay, makes sense.
Because that idle TC time at the start, not being able to find food, being later up when you probably wanted to be faster is just it's really rough.
DauT added a lot more fishing ships. He also has vills in the middle. I've loved the second TC at home, third TC in the middle build we've seen from a lot of these players, and I think that's exactly what DauT will do. There it is.
So, is there an argument here for Liereyy, as the scout from DauT is near the monk there? Is there an argument for Liereyy to go Fatoria here and just play complete boom?
Honestly, I think it comes down to what DauT does to be assertive in castle. If DauT just sits back and doesn't try and play aggressive in any way, shape, or form, it is definitely possible. I think that going for a boom, getting the relics as he's doing, and then castling the shoreline into water control is ultimately his best play right now. But 1 or 2 Fatorias can be really helpful and really unique on this map.
Yep. I love the way DauT has war galleys patrolling down each of these little rivers. Just making sure there's no potential.
Yep.
And then he has the majority of his war galleys sitting there attacking the TC. So Lierey's going to be 2 TC pretty soon. I don't think you can out-repair that. He's keeping it level with 1 villager. It's actually an even battle. That's amazing.
Maybe that'll encourage DauT to get fletching.
Oh, yeah, true.
True. I don't know if he doesn't realize he doesn't have that at least.
Yeah.
But
I also love how Liereyy immediately gets the relics. He's like, I know I'm not going to get on the middle anytime soon. Might as well start getting that gold income as fast as possible.
That's such a small thing, but so many players in this tourney just didn't get relics.
Yeah. Remember, was it the ACCM game where he was struggling for gold? He was like mass producing skirmishers and he didn't get both the relics in his base.
Yeah. Also, remember, it's been a while ago, but it's memorable. DauT versus Margu, game 3. Like, Margu left 2 relics on his island. He needed just a couple more trebs to maybe push the middle.
This is so dumb from Liereyy. He converted 1 war galley, and he's taken out 2 fish already, and he's micering the hell out of it. It's so annoying!
Well, that's the thing, right? Like, in these settings, Liereyy can't... Oh, he deserved that kill, man.
Oh, man.
He deserved that kill, but... Man, I feel like, you know, Lierey's just looking for something to do right now.
Yeah.
He's not as much of a boomer as maybe DauT is or some of the other players, so...
Yeah. Liereyy now going to stone with a few villagers. Dude, I think it might be a Fatoria attempt here from Liereyy. It is DauT's home map, and it would be very
Mhm.
Liereyy to just kind of view a game like this. Like, I'll just try something. I'll try something a little bit weird. We'll see if it works. He probably already has the win with this position, and I'm just gonna have fun.
I have a theory that is definitely a typical caster theory. It probably has never gone this far, but I believe that there's situations where players might not prefer certain maps, that they will be more creative to find ways to abuse certain things,
Yep.
so they don't have to play it again than they would be on other maps. So, for example, Team Islands. You remember how many times in Hidden Cup we're like, oh, this player just has to add Cannon Galleon, or they can take advantage of this or that,
Yeah.
and they'll be fine. And they didn't do it, and then the Fatorias just sat back, and paid off. I feel like Lierey's going to say, well, I might lose this game, but let's go 5 Fatorias and just camp it out and see what happens.
DauT's gonna have Imperial, and he's gonna have a castle though. And Liereyy, in the meantime, Lierey's just having fun with monks. I can't believe he hasn't gotten a single conversion yet. There we go.
He got all of his conversions in game 1 against the Wagons. No
Yeah.
more conversions for him.
Units with war, dude.
Also, DauT, if you were to get Bodkin Arrow at any point, you would actually have the same range as the monks. Just saying. But I love a light cav opening here. I think light cav against only monks,
Yep.
you know, just the potential to raid would be a really good idea.
Lierey's
for
on the
DauT.
way up to him too.
And monks still converting war galleys because the war galleys don't have Bodkin, so the monks outrange them by 1. But DauT with a castle drop in the middle.
Bro, you just wait till he gets his monk techs in Imperial.
Oh,
Lierey's
God.
gone for Redox, or he's going for Redox, but DauT has the war galleys out here. DauT, is he bringing the war? No, he's bringing them all back. Look, Lierey's trying to hide that. He's bringing them back because Liereyy is countering the Navy with monks. And Bodkin's on the way, Tristan.
Honestly, I think Liereyy needs to be careful not to overinvest into this when DauT notices it.
Yeah, he backed away.
Yeah, because, like, the castle has to be in a good spot. You can't castle anywhere near where DauT can treb you. So it has to be in the corner. And then if you try and redock right now, DauT's just going to go full Navy and probably take it out. So I think patience is actually something Liereyy should try and do. Like, I hate this castle. This castle just gets trebbed from the other side. Oh, man.
God, oh God, oh God, oh God. There's a lot of monks there, but they can die to the war galleys. Liereyy is committing on this castle with many villagers. He's got 12 villagers over here. Has not converted a single war galley, though. There's the first one right now. DauT is focusing on those, and DauT can now turn to the villagers. He has Bodkin arrows, so he can range most of these. I think the castle might actually... Does it go up here?
I'd let it go up. Honestly, kill the vills, let it go up and treb it down. That is the worst possible castle spot you could have if you're Liereyy. He might not know that DauT is a castle, but I think if he was going to do this, Dave, it needed to be far away. Take the right shoreline, force DauT to roll all the way home with his trebs or something. Looking good for DauT here. So many villager kills there. He's got a 20 vill lead. He has the gold. He has 3 relics versus 2.
Liereyy goes
So
for
Liereyy
4
tries to
docks.
fight back. Also, Liereyy did not add a Fatoria, which is great for Portuguese to think about here. And he continues to make monks on a map where he's going to run out of gold.
Block printing, though.
Yeah, true. I would love to see one Fatoria, just one.
He'll probably also make... you go caravels here? I guess you kind of have to, right?
Caravels wouldn't be bad. I don't know if Indians get fast fire, but if I had to guess, I'd say they don't. So caravels would be really good.
All the villagers die on those docks. The docks are denied at 99 and 90%, respectfully.
Yeah, this is just not looking good for Liereyy. I mean, it wasn't looking good earlier, too. DauT ended up getting his foothold on water rather easily. You have Galleon completed now. DauT has control, and we don't see the GG. I'm sure the GG was called. It is a wreck. And DauT finally gets his win, Dave.
I mean, it looked pretty over as soon as he won the water. We were asking questions about what Liereyy is going to do, but I think he was just having a little bit too much fun to pull off a comeback. Like the micro with the war galley and then the monks hopping in and out of the TC. I think he was thinking more about which monk was weak and less about what his strategy was going to be that game.
Yeah, I agree.
You know? So maybe should have focused on something else, but DauT with a good clutch there. Really good clutch.
I feel like what I would have liked to have seen, granted, this might have made this game go on for 90 minutes and it could have been the same result. But what I would have liked to have seen is for Liereyy to never castle the shoreline, or if you do, keep it away from the middle island. And add Fatorias and just kind of invite some pressure.
Yeah.
Because in theory, if the game goes on forever, the player with the Fatorias will have more resources. That would take a long time, but just play more patient than that. Putting all of your gold into monks, dropping a castle there where it can be trebbed, and adding docks that will likely get denied just wasn't really ever going to be on the cards there. But DauT gets his victory, and DauT won't care, Dave. 5-1 KD. He will not care how he gets the wins. He just wants to bring this series back. I think that takes us then to the next map, which should be on one of Lierey's home maps.
And look at the civs that Liereyy has left. I like Berbers, but Aztecs and Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings and Aztecs we haven't seen a lot of, but okay, so Liereyy loses with Portuguese. He won with Lithuanians. He won with Mayans. Yeah, Berbers, Aztecs, Vikings. DauT's going to have Mongols. He's going to have, sorry, I'm trying to catch up on what we cross off here. Burgundians, and then Byzantines, I think. Should be Byzantines.
He's got Mongols and Byzantines and Burgundians, yeah.
So, Myers?
Oh, Meyer. And he's changed color again. Bro, Liereyy is he's a chameleon, man. The map is green, so he picks green to blend in.
I don't know why he does it. Everyone uses team colors when they play tourneys anyways. I really don't understand it, but we don't have to understand it, Dave. Classic matchup here. When you're ready, give me a holler, and we'll keep going here.
All right. I will be ready in 3, 2, 1, go. We have Mired here, one of the favorites, I think, of most viewers in this tournament. We've had some crazy, crazy moments on Mired. And we have Mongols, generally considered to be probably the best civ on this map just because of the boars, against Berbers, which are a great civ to lame the boars from your opponent. And I wonder if Liereyy is going to get Loom in this situation, because we've seen a lot of players lose villagers to boars.
Yeah, players... The thing about Loom is this. It takes as much time to create a villager as it does to research Loom. So if you research Loom at a time where you don't think you'll lose a villager, you're then down a villager against the person who doesn't research Loom. So players get stubborn with it, Dave. And I think that's fine for like the first 6 to 10 vills. But then when you're fighting for the boars across the marshland, you have to consider it. Losing a vill is still really bad.
I think about this map. I think about the blocking involved with the horse. And I think about the player that I would pick as the best.
Yeah.
With like singular unit micro. And Liereyy is right there.
Yeah.
Like Liereyy is in a tier of his own. He gets hit by that boar a little bit. You can't house trick on this marsh terrain, and he's gonna go back. It looks like a little misclick. Berber villager really saving him there. We get this one
it's
back
funny,
to the TC.
The second you said that, he I think miscontrol grouped and clicked the villager the wrong way.
He's trying to block the vill from DauT. The boar goes back for Liereyy, but he's Berbers, so he should be able to save this.
Ooh, just get another one. Just get food. Just get food. There's 10 boars. Just get food right now.
Look at the boar from DauT. Oh no!
Oh god! Wait, how did that even happen?
It was going away, and he just had to catch it.
Oh, jeez. Well, you can already see both players with their horses looking to protect. It's good that we didn't include actual scouts on this map, because the horses not being able to attack is a good thing.
Lierey's trying to block within range of that TC. Needs to be. If he loses this horse, that's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he's got to just have to give up on a couple of these. DauT's TC is pretty close to the edge, so he's closer to the boars. And Liereyy says, you know what? I'll just steal one instead.
Yeah, he's coming out there. He sees the horse, though, from DauT. He's going to head back a little bit, try and block the villager from DauT as well. DauT does have Loom. DauT is the only player to pick Mongols here that I've seen get Loom right away. Very smart.
I think at this point, you know what you're up against. It's smart. He's also attacking the horse, blocking with his own horse.
He's doing a good job, to be honest. DauT has really good micro here, bringing this boar in.
And what I think is great about this start is that Berbers have to have the approach of take the food away from Mongols, but Mongols don't need to play that dumb game of stealing.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of players have done that, and God, that's an awful board.
It's just so many. It's just with the house involved too. Like just taking
Oh,
the food from there isn't great. But DauT is, you know what, Tristan? One thing about DauT's gameplay is he's not worried about the minor little things that so many players stress out about. He realizes at the end of the day, taking food from here versus under the TC is like 1 second extra walking distance.
I think Liereyy is going to regret hitting the TC
Yep.
earlier because
Yep.
his horse is only 6 HP. DauT will likely realize he can just attack the horse.
Yep.
See?
And he's doing 3 damage per shot too. Big mistake from Liereyy to take that damage from the TC early. Leary's taking
he
in
was too
2
aggressive.
boars while trying to lame the boar from DauT.
He did get Loom, so that's good. Otherwise, we could have a lick situation here. And not too bad of a start for both players, Dave, as we should probably talk about as DauT finally brings a boar underneath his TC. What about Feudal Age? Like, what openings have we seen work? Which civilization do you prefer as this game goes on in Feudal?
I don't like scouts here.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
that's about it.
Okay.
I don't like scouts. I would prefer. I think we saw men-at-arms archers having success, getting into the walls that players like to set up, but something into archers is probably the best, unless you can pull off some sort of FC build. Scouts on any map where you have a TC next to the wood line just don't feel that great. And Liereyy, is he gonna get this last boar? DauT should have probably brought that in already.
Yeah, DauT should have brought that in. I'm laughing because there's a tiger on both sides.
Oh, God.
And if you watch the Backed Capotch series, a tiger killed 4 vills and probably gave Capotch that series, to be honest. So that's something to keep an eye out for.
That's honestly like a historic moment.
It
Because
is.
we've seen a boar kill 4 villagers, but never before have I ever seen a tiger kill 4 villagers.
In a game 5
Yeah.
of an S tier tourney, like the fact that there weren't threads everywhere discussing that moment is just insane to me. Poor Backed probably was talking to the admins like, delete that stuff. I don't want to hear about it. But
I felt so bad for Backed, and we'll get back to this game in a second, guys. But I felt so bad for him because we know he's had a rough time since DE came out, right?
Yeah,
He used to be in the
exactly,
top 10 players as Liereyy runs into a tiger back there, but he's got Loom, so he should be fine. And then DE comes out, and maybe he hasn't had the time or whatever to devote to the game, and he finally has a chance to make it in the top 8, and he gets screwed over by a tiger.
What is Liereyy doing? Why doesn't he just attack it?
Maybe he thought he didn't have Loom. I don't know.
Probably. I should say this though. This whole time we're talking middle, boars. The biggest thing on this map is not necessarily those boars, but how you set up your base afterwards. Because typically your TC's towards the front, and you still you're going to want to get other resources, and you'll need to wall. So I think DauT might even go fast castle.
This looks like a fast castle build, but the problem is that he has 700 food in the bank right now, but where else is he going? He's going out to the Ibex out there and then to the berries. I think he needs to find himself another patch of Ibex to take.
Don't mind fast castle if you're walled, but it feels so bold for him to be going fast castle without walls. And it might work out, actually, because I think Liereyy is
Lierey's
actually
going
going to
for
attempt a fast
farms.
castle as well.
Yeah, Liereyy couldn't really find that much food of his own either. He's just found the Ibex in the back, and he was forced to go into farming eco without horse collar. It's gonna be really rough later in the game, and it's gonna be slow food income too.
His berries are really almost non-existent over here, so I would have maybe said go for a feudal age strategy. Didn't even try and make a mill in the north there on the Ibex, Dave, so he's going FC.
DauT heard you, and now he's gonna wall up. He'll be complete in 20 minutes when that villager has done that. That's a big wall.
Berry positions here. It's almost like, I mean, this isn't like big bug admin reworthy necessarily.
I think,
but if you look at the berry position,
honestly,
there should
dude,
be berries near Leary's base.
I think Liereyy, if we go back to the beginning, Liereyy might have started with villagers in the north and not over there in the east.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to re-look, like take another look at it. But the fact that Leary's making this many farms pretty much stems back to the fact he's refusing to take hunt, but also the fact that he doesn't have berries, which he had no say in.
Yep. Okay, DauT continuing the walls. Please remember what happened with the walls. Who was it? It might have even been DauT when he played this map. in game 5 against I don't even remember who, Valesa. But wall in front of your TC if you're going for big walls like this.
Yeah, you see it now from Liereyy. Liereyy will be able to get up. He has definitely, he's in a position to figure this out, and I prefer Berbers over Mongols in Castle Age, but
And in the late game
ended up
too.
adding so many additional mills, and that's going to take him right up to Castle.
Yeah, DauT's going to have a good time there. Liereyy probably have a good time as well. He's still banking up the food, and his food isn't going to expire anytime soon with all these farms. Lots of food left on them.
Yep.
So he should be good. The problem is going to be when all of these farms expire at exactly the same time.
It's still not a great spot. I honestly feel like if he would have just ran his speedy Berber villagers to the north, Dave, dropped a mill, and then gone for the hunt, I think he would have the resources to go up right now. But maybe it was just too far away for him. You can't push with the horse either. But if you consider the fact that DauT walked all the way to the south for some deer, and then Liereyy didn't.
And DauT continues to expand with these vills, too.
I like
Going
it.
for another mill over there. He's got a lot of wood in the bank. He could probably drop 2 extra TCs as soon as he gets to the next stage. And I'd love to see a TC over there by those villagers once they take the hunt on that stone. And then try and get into Mangadai if you can. Castle will defend your base, and it'll give you a unit to run around with.
Game 1, DauT made a couple crucial errors. Game 2 didn't look great either. We somehow arrived to Game 4. DauT won Game 3. He's looking all right. And in this game, his position is insane. Like, DauT needs to take advantage of this. We might actually be able to see a Game 5 in this series.
Remember, this is Lierey's home map, folks.
Yeah, really weak with that horse in the start. I think a little stubborn not to take the deer there. And he ended up going stable and blacksmith, but he hid the stable from DauT. If you look at DauT's scout, DauT's looking right now to see, does he have a stable?
Yep.
Doesn't see anything.
DauT also killed the horse from Liereyy, so.
Oh, did he? With the TC?
He got, with a villager. He got one last hit on it.
Ah, nice.
It's near that mill, I believe.
So, another thing to bring up here, as Mongols are going to drop the double TC, is that even though camel archers are very good against the Mongols, I feel like if Mongols are able to get Mangadai with some siege, it can then be a problem for the Berbers because they don't really have an answer to the heavy siege.
We'll see how Liereyy has actually added scouts, which would be really good against the monastery that DauT is going for. I think DauT anticipates the stable, but he anticipates knights right away and not scouts. So we'll see what Liereyy can do with those. He will be up to the Castle Age in 50 seconds here. DauT already has the second TC up. Third one will be up by the time Liereyy reaches the next stage, and DauT will be working his way towards a castle.
It feels like such a DauT move to go 3 TCs and have everything look good, and then not be fully walled right now. Like, at this point, maybe you don't expect something, but you know the opponent's going to be in Castle Age soon. You have to know. You saw a blacksmith, but
he
no
just saw a
market,
scout.
so there's probably
he
a
just
stable.
saw a scout, but some of those villagers are weak over there, Tristan. Can't wall them in. Lierey's getting bloodlines now. Liereyy is microing around. One villager will go down.
It's got to be at least 2, right? There's also a monk out there. A good job from DauT to fight back with the villagers and maybe buy time for a spearman.
Oh, wow. DauT getting some good trades against that. And Lierey's just going to run around and say, okay, you can chase after me. I'll take the idle time. I love how DauT has the monk nearby, too.
No, don't take the monk over there.
like that's the one area on the map the monk could die.
Yeah.
And he brings it over there. But he's going to protect his villagers, and he can actually heal them up, too. Grabs the relics. Now he has 2 monks. And he's still working on stone. So villager production's good. TC number good. Working on stone. Things are looking up for DauT here.
Yeah, and losing 1 vill when you're on 3 TCs faster is not a big deal. Yeah. You'll have the vill lead. I can't help but think about how DauT played his final game against Valesa, where he went for the relics early. And I look at this now. He's going to have at least 2 relics. The third is close to his base. So, I mean, he's definitely playing the late game here.
DauT also has heavy plow already, in addition to Bosa.
Super greed.
Really, really good boom here. Knights are looking for a way in. Still no armor on the Knights. Liereyy does have bloodlines, but no armor means that he can't really run under any TCs. And DauT has walled in front of his town center. He's playing this very well.
I don't think I see any holes there. And DauT is an amazing food in Woodico. He's got 1 on gold. He got just enough gold income to make the monks.
Yep.
And everything else is fine, but this might be kind of annoying. The knights are going to break into his base here.
Still,
He
no.
will have the monks, but we'll see if Liereyy can get a scout in.
He actually goes for the 4th TC. It's super greed, man. He's not even
Wow.
going to prioritize that castle. He's going to defend with the monks and no armor, once again, for Lierey's knights, so they can't even run under the TCs and snipe villagers, and DauT's eco is pretty secure here. I think Liereyy needs to start thinking maybe late game? No, he's going to pressure with the Siege Workshop. Okay.
I like the Siege Workshop if the timing's different. But with DauT having 400 stone in the bank,
Yeah. And
all
4
DauT will
TCs.
need to defend from that is just a castle, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, love the job there from DauT. He knew the scout would come over, so he just quickly re-walled that, and he won't head out there with his monks, not just yet. That was really well played from both players, right? Liereyy, of course, knowing not to dive in. And I like the siege, too. I think with that main gold just staring at you, it's the
DauT
only
will
thing
know.
you really think you can pressure.
DauT knows. He sees it with his horse. The value of keeping that thing alive.
Wow.
He's going to see that Siege Workshop, and he's going to buy himself some extra stone, and he's going to place it in an optimal position to defend against that. He even pulls a ton of villagers. He doesn't want to place it further back. He wants it to be in front of that gold, fully
God.
protecting it.
This could still be denied, depending on if Liereyy comes forward right away. This could...
No,
No,
it
I
can't.
take it back.
It can't.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I take it back.
It was perfect timing from him. Really good play from DauT.
Now, Siege kind of gets neutralized by the Mangadai. Mangadai shreds Siege pretty quickly.
Yep.
Again, just still looking good for DauT, but we do have to keep in mind that Lierey's economy is looking really good as well. No relics for him. I don't think he's playing into relics at all. I think he just wants to get camel archers out soon. But he will not be happy to see the castle after he's invested into 2 mangonels here.
And DauT, even with 9 minutes of idle TC time, still has the villager lead. Just because he got up so much faster. Benefit of the Mongols, and he's got a decent amount of farms now, Tristan. His eco is just looking so good. Farms, all the farms I'm pretty sure have heavy plow on them.
Yeah, he was greedy with that. He gets relic number 3. He knows the 1 mangonel's weak, so here comes DauT with his micro. A little risky. He just doesn't want it to be repaired. He sees the Vil now. Still think it's risky. And he'll run home. And he doesn't want to be hit on the other side with the siege, but it still feels like DauT can just wait.
Yep.
Wait till he's got more Mangadai and he'll be
And
fine here.
Liereyy still doesn't even have armor for his knights. So the Mangadai can just pick away at them. They can't really run in under the castle or anything. I think Liereyy is just hoping to keep DauT at home during this transition process between ages. And
the snipe.
yeah,
Well
that was a
played.
good snipe. That was a good snipe. And he's trying to build up his eco behind this. He wants to get to late game because he knows that Berbers with the Camel Archer will have options against the Mangadai.
Yeah, that's... And I kind of like not getting armor, right? Because it feels like you're investing into
Put it
armor
in your
now just
eco.
delays your Imperial
Yeah.
Age time.
Mangadai
Bloodlines
coming
also
in.
made sense, right? Because it applies to the Camel Archers, and woof. Like, I know
What
the
was
Mangadai do a lot against
that?
Siege, but still.
Did you see that?
I thought he killed it.
I thought he deleted it, dude. The Mangadai were running
okay.
away. I'm pretty sure there were no arrows on the field.
Yeah, I think it was really close. It's funny, I was just going to say, wow, Mangadai do a lot more damage than I thought. But...
Well, I mean, they can't shoot while they're running away. This is the wrong game for that, so.
Well, the arrows were, I don't know. It's possible Liereyy tried to
He
get like
killed
a
it?
fadeaway shot
Did he
and just
kill it?
deleted it.
Nah. I thought
Yeah.
I thought the arrows were not in the air, but I guess they were.
Well, the Knights aren't happy about life right now.
Nope.
DauT has had such a good ratio of economy. 40 on food, 20 on wood, 20 on gold, just trickling in the stone. He didn't YOLO the stone, building up towards the castles. That's one of the most important things you have to do with late game is if you want the castle, you shouldn't have 15 villagers on stone. You should have the other resources first. Liereyy had to scramble down his castle because he's worried about this.
Look at the
Liereyy
eco
will-
though for Liereyy. Like, he doesn't have heavy plow, but he has hang cart already. Berber villagers
that.
on farms. The food eco is looking good. He's got 32 farms right now. He's got enough food to click up, but he doesn't have the gold as he queues up some more camel archers. He's got a lot of food in the bank. Needs a market maybe. That's
Did
for
I miss something?
university.
There's the market, but I thought he had like 600 or 700 gold a second
He
ago.
did.
Leary.
He did. That's why I'm wondering, like, what he put it into. I don't see any production. Camel archers don't cost that much.
Does DauT know about the
Is
castle?
DauT coming forward with a castle?
Wow,
Okay,
dude.
go back. Go back. There we go.
Well, I just love how DauT constantly sees the important things. He saw the siege workshop with his horse. He's trying to get the final relic now, which he won't get, but I think he'll get in time. He now knows the castle's up, so he places a defensive one. This is just a masterclass on knowing what the
He's going to
opponent is
lose
doing all
Mangadai
the
here,
time.
though. He would probably lose Mangadai. He does get one knight. Camel archers are coming in, though. The knights are still chasing the Mangadai. Loses one of them. And he's
Yeah,
on
good
the way to
micro
him.
all
Same with
around there.
Liereyy.
This is where you want to spam those upgrades. Mangadai take a lot of upgrades, as do Camel Archers, but it is 13 Mangadai with soon 2 castle production against 7 Camel Archers, and the second castle has just now been placed. So DauT definitely, even though he might have the worst unit of the two, I think he's got the numbers right now.
Yeah, and he's got ballistics too, which Liereyy does not have. Liereyy just now getting bodkin. He's trying to use those knights to run cover. He's trying to protect this castle foundation. Needs some micro around the ballistics from DauT. He's managed to take out 2 Mangadai, but he's lost some Camel Archers as well. He's just trying to buy himself enough time for this castle to go up.
Honestly, really good work from Liereyy, because I think if the roles were reversed, the castle would have been denied already. He dodged so many shots. This is against ballistics. He just wants his castle up, Dave, but he's still losing the Camel Archer numbers, which we know is the most important thing for him.
DauT's losing quite a few Mangadai, though. Like, DauT got out of there, and he lost 6 or 7 Mangadai in that engagement.
Yeah, that was so impressive.
Liereyy will now have... He'll have 2 castles producing Camel Archers, and he's getting ballistics. We saw this matchup. Cap Archer is backed, right?
Did.
And the Camel Archers slay. Elite Mangadai are good. They do good damage output, but they take so much damage from the Camel Archers.
I think backed, there were obviously other things, but in that game, I think going skirmishers was a massive mistake. I think both players should be going Camel Archers, or sorry, Unique Unit and Hussar. And if you get a Hussar meat shield in this matchup, it can sometimes make the difference.
Dude, DauT already has Elite Mangadai. Insane eco.
Maybe a little too light on stone, though. I was so impressed earlier, but still only having 6 on stone versus the 10 on
Liereyy
stone.
is over here with the villager, and he's going to show up at the stone here from DauT. You were talking about too few on stone. Lierey's going to take out 3 vills here, 4 villagers, 5 vills, 6 vills, and he knows where the other ones are too.
That villager survives to tell the tale. Good fight here for Liereyy on the hill.
Yep.
This is against Elite Mangadai, but I think that's a pretty good engagement for him.
Oh yeah, he just wants to take out numbers. Mangadai produce very, very slowly. And Lierey's going to win that fight.
Wow, dude. Camel Archers, that was before Elite, people. So there's a reason that Camel Archers are something that you want to avoid fighting if you're the Mongols. Yeah, that was... I think DauT was up by 3 upgrades there and still ended up losing
He
that
was
fight.
fighting up a hill, to be fair, but Liereyy is camping on the gold now, and Liereyy is taking out
DauT
more
doesn't have
villagers.
bloodlines.
He doesn't have...
DauT
I
doesn't
was
have
wondering. Oh, God. Only the first armor upgrade, too. I was wondering what was happening there, because even Camel Archers against Mangadai, it seemed like that should not be the way that it should go.
He's getting it now. He's probably kicking himself.
He's going to lose his treb, too. Good snipe from Liereyy. Wow, Liereyy has turned this around here. Liereyy has turned this around.
Such a good job from him to get some vision down in the south and take advantage of it, Dave. How he got that castle up in the north, I'm not sure. Now he's getting chemistry, and he's just sniping the Mangadai. And DauT needs something else. We talked about it a few moments ago. I think Mangadai is great, but you've got to have something else. He has the food right now. I would say either go Siege Ram, which is a little risky, or Hussar.
Siege Ram's going to be tough with that amount of wood. He's got 11 Mangadai queued, so maybe he could unqueue some of those. But it's going to be tough, and the Camel Archers are now on the gold, and DauT is really kind of has an internal struggle whether to engage against these with the Mangadai.
I know.
Because they'll just get absolutely ripped. We see 2 Mangadai go down immediately. He's like, I need to get rid of this. I need access to that gold, but at the same time, I don't want to lose my numbers.
Look at the other side, Dave. Liereyy looping in. He's done such a good job just poking and prodding the sides.
Yep.
He's forcing reactions from DauT, but DauT now taking a better fight. Bloodlines helps. I think DauT will clear up in the south. And DauT showing his hand with Light Cab. He's attacking the Siege Workshop. Liereyy should know. I'm just a little surprised that Liereyy hasn't thought about making his own Light Cab.
Well, Lierey's on the other stone now. Jeez, he's so annoying.
Man.
Holy, is he ever annoying. All these little groups of military. DauT's constantly responding. This has been the entire game, Tristan. DauT has been ahead in eco, up to this point anyway. Liereyy just took the lead, but it's been ahead in eco, and Liereyy has just been holding him in his base the entire time. Giving himself a chance to catch up.
I do have some eco concerns for Liereyy because that 50 on gold is going to disappear pretty quick. He's got 25 on one gold pile. He's got so much gold income, and obviously gold income is great for camel archers. But usually you want to have like 50, 60 farms so you can mix in some other units.
Yep.
And I'm thinking he's going to be behind to the Hussar upgrades and the Hussar numbers.
These little turns that he's doing with the camel archers constantly against the Magadai have to be so frustrating for DauT because he thinks he's going to snipe them. He's going to take good engagements, and then Liereyy turns away at the last second, tanks all the or dodges all the shots rather, and manages to take out the Magadai numbers from DauT. Now he's coming in with a respectable number of camel archers, 15 camel archers. Lierey's getting Hussar as well, so the raids are about to begin, and he's continuing to whittle down the Magadai numbers from DauT.
DauT is maybe being a little too hesitant on the right. I mean, I think he has the numbers there.
Good engagement from DauT. Good engagement here.
And also, the Light Cab were attacking the Siege Workshop for a long time, so I mean, I would have liked to see him try and get into the eco, not give Liereyy time to add more castles, but DauT will clear this, Dave. 175 pop for him. And 160 pop now for Liereyy as he gets the final armor upgrade.
And he's attempting to add a castle in the north to secure that gold. That's going to be really great from DauT. I think Liereyy should probably think about expanding south here to take this gold in the middle. He's got an outpost there, and he's taking the gold to the right.
Oh my god. I feel like this timing for DauT is as perfect as it gets. He has 4 trebs, okay? And he has 200 pop the second he gets 4 trebs. He's got a big army lead all of a sudden. I think he's going to push the castle in the middle. This is a crazy army advantage all of a sudden. 30 army lead for DauT.
Where'd it go for Liereyy? Just doesn't have enough production buildings, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't have the stables. DauT's working on like double or triple the stables. Plus extra HP on the Hussars with Mongols does make a difference. And DauT hasn't been as focused on the cutesy micro also. He's been focusing constantly on production. And I think if Liereyy were to lose this castle in the middle, Dave, all of his stables are behind it, and he could have some big problems.
Yep. Good raids in the back from DauT. He's got a couple of Hussar there. There's a camel archer from Liereyy trying to clear that up. It's going to be a little bit distracted, but Liereyy building up his camel archer numbers. He's got 28 on the field, 25 Magadai only from DauT. It's the Hussar number here that's the big difference. 30 Hussars from DauT. He's got 10 more in the queue and only 14 Hussar from Liereyy. Lierey's taking this hill, though. Lierey's taking this hill, though. That hill's such a good position for him. DauT is at risk of losing all his Magadai here, Tristan. This is going to be a big swing for Liereyy, I think.
Oh, it's so close. It's just how strong are the camel archers going to be? And you can see even DauT wasn't sure. And Liereyy holds as he actually clicks heavy camel. So he's going to make something stronger than just Hussars.
Big fight.
And I felt like that was the moment. Like, DauT wanted that so badly. He wanted to use the trebs. He timed it pretty well, but the camel archers.
Oh, that Hussar at the back is doing work. Woo!
That's actually good for Liereyy because Liereyy already has a lot of
137 vills. Yeah, get him out.
Yeah.
Get him out.
Just gives him more pop space.
Yep, he's bringing in another relic now. He still has villagers on the gold to the right. They're going to end up fighting likely over that gold in the east, in the middle of the map there. And that's why they both have armies focused over here. We saw the same thing in the Mayans versus Berbers matchup last weekend. DauT versus Valessa. They'll fight a little bit on this side, and then maybe they even shift over to the other side as DauT sends a lot of villagers to this stone. He can't try for a castle. Like, it feels like you want one here, but I think you gotta wait.
He'll place it where the house just went down. Yeah, I think he'll place it further back. And Dave, he's getting drill. He has Onager now. This is something what Mongols can do to pull ahead in this matchup is go for the siege.
Yep.
And this is as epic as it gets here for post-Imp Age of Empires. What a game and what a matchup. They are warmed up now.
Really need to start thinking strategically here. Like, how many units can I lose? What tech should I go into for the late game?
Yeah.
Where do I need map control? I think Liereyy wants to get a castle somewhere over here. DauT goes for a castle a little further back on that hill That's going to secure the gold. But I think there's a nice little hill there that Liereyy can put a castle as well.
I love DauT's recognition to not overextend a moment ago and just make his army stronger. Whereas for Liereyy, I feel like you have to push now because I don't see much beyond Camel Archer and Hussar working for you.
Yep.
And DauT has 4 relics. DauT might go Siege Onager, dude. We might actually see Siege Onager
It would work.
in a 1v1 Nomad tourney.
That's what you need, though. You need Hussar, Magadai, and Siege Onager against Berbers. He's doing it, yeah. And he has the gold.
Wow.
With Siege Onager with Drill, Liereyy is going to have to be very careful. And if Liereyy goes into something like Bomber Cannon to kill them, I mean, the Magadai can just come in and snipe them. So it doesn't even matter, right?
Yeah. So basically what we're saying is Liereyy has 2 minutes to do some real damage here.
Yeah.
And DauT just waiting it out.
Or
waiting it out.
You wait for DauT to take a bad fight.
Which might happen. DauT has the Onagers. They are speedy with Drill.
Oh my god, those Onagers.
I mean, DauT could lose a castle. Great timing on the Hoardings upgrade, though, because that means they'll stay up a lot longer here.
I like unpacking the Trebs there and going after the Trebs from Liereyy. Liereyy also has the Castle Foundation coming on that hill. Liereyy losing a lot of his melee units in front. DauT still has his Magadai numbers, still has the Onagers, and Liereyy is forced to retreat.
And he knows it too. DauT comes over, repairs the castle, takes the Trebs. The Onagers land a shot, and now Leary's castle could go down. And I think Liereyy might crumble to this immediately. 30 seconds away from Siege Onager, and what can you do if you're Liereyy? You can't raid DauT.
You can't do anything against Siege Onager Magadai, I feel like.
Nuts.
Yeah.
You can switch focus, right? He could try and Hussar raid somewhere, and he's doing it now. But the way that DauT has set up his castles has made it really difficult for that to do anything significant.
And Leary's going to see Siege Onager and go, oh my god! Yeah. Gets rocked there, manages to split away and save what he can. But there's no options for him now.
And now DauT just pushes the castle. The castle that he backed away from a few moments ago, you just bring those same 4 Trebs forward. He's waited patiently for this moment, and you go for the castle. And if you take that castle, you take yourself to a game 5 that honestly, Dave, I never thought was possible for DauT because it was so questionable to start off the day.
Great stuff. I mean, Liereyy, there's no way he can defend that castle. He's going to try and come in with these Hussar. The Magadai can take care of the Hussar, and the Camel Archers can never get near them because of the Siege Onagers.
Yeah, and big shot, Liereyy with the split, but still the Magadai are there, like you said, Dave. The Siege Onagers, they'll threaten the Camel Archers as everything melts for Liereyy.
Everything dies. Everything dies.
And he calls the GG. DauT wins 2 straight. We have a game 5. And holy crap, dude. This must be so intense for them. I can't believe it, dude.
Liereyy said he would make it a 3-2, right? He said he was feeling generous.
That is something we should bring up right now, because this might be a little rigged.
Yeah.
Liereyy literally said he was feeling generous and he was going to give DauT 2 games today. And obviously Liereyy won the first 2, and it seems like he's tried. But what are the odds of that?
Dude,
him having that conversation ahead of time.
DauT, like, this is 2 straight series in a row. He won game 5 on this last time against Valessa.
Yeah.
In a very similar game where he walled up, had the better eco, and then played the late game beautifully with his techs and his positioning. And he did the same thing here. And this was Leary's home map. And I guess we have to start asking questions about how DauT managed to get Mongols on here against Liereyy. But I guess Berbers should match up pretty well as long as Siege Onager isn't in the equation.
Yeah, I think Berbers match up really well in Castle Age, but everything Liereyy tried to do in Castle Age just wasn't enough. It felt like he was one step behind. DauT was faster to the boom, and DauT adapted more to taking the extra hunt. Also, you could say that DauT's scouting was better. DauT saw everything that Liereyy would do in that game with his horse or any Magadai he had.
I think a big thing there is Liereyy didn't manage to really lay him down at all early because he lost so much HP on his horse at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. It's amazing how we're literally talking about horses making a difference. But from Lierey's horse losing HP to DauT's horse scouting the siege workshop that could have maybe denied the castle, it ends up coming to this. And DauT, with more of every resource, I'm hardly surprised. He boomed so well that game. And I kind of a little sad we didn't get to see a bigger siege Onager shot.
You're never going to, I feel like you're never going to see that against Liereyy unless he wants you to get it, you know, unless it's like King of the Desert 1. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, he realized he was gonna lose the game and just gave the people what they wanted to see. But Dave, we find ourselves at a game 5,
Oh my, only
and
DauT, dude. Only DauT. DauT and Catpotch are like the two players that do this, you know?
they just take a while
Oh,
to get warmed up, apparently.
yep.
Um, and the final game has all the potential for being a sick game 5 and also a really quick one. We'll have Compass, a map we have seen deliver and also snowball very fast in this tourney.
Okay, so I am ready to go. Liereyy has fuck, they changed their colors
Did he
again,
change
dude.
the color again?
We'll switch it back. DauT in the blue and Liereyy in the red.
What is wrong with them? Okay. Yeah, just switching the color. Here we go, Dave. You good to go?
I'm good to go at 10 seconds.
All right,
3,
3.
2,
Oh,
1.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm not taking the bait on that one. I'm sorry.
No, I clicked ahead too quickly, and
Hmm.
we made it here, ladies and gents. Game number 5, and Dave, we have seen Byzantines on this map. We've seen a lot of water pressure, but I don't think we've seen Vikings yet. This is a first.
I think I might have seen them once in like the round of 128.
Yeah.
I think I may have seen them, and it's exciting to have a Civ that can't go into fire galleys and will be forced to go into either galleys or longboats. And it's exciting to have them in the hands of a player like Liereyy too, who can micro his heart out. But Byzantines just seem favored. And remember, this is Lierey's home map, right?
Yeah. He drafted Vikings very late. We could always talk about the draft order later on, but you go into this knowing for a fact what Lierey's strategy is going to be. You know he's going to open galleys here. And DauT will also know that Byzantines have the faster fires, which is really good because you can punish that more. So while I think that Lierey's the player who could make the galley opening work, I do prefer DauT Civilization.
I did see, well, I would say the same thing about Hera, right? As Hera tried to go for galleys
Yeah.
in one of his opening games against Draken and actually lost out on that. So he microed his heart out, but the fires were just too strong. And I think a lot of this comes back to the dock placement because Hera went for his docks really close in front of his TC, and it was close to the docks from Draken. And I think that's a maybe not the greatest strategy. I think you need to go for the docks along the shorelines on the rivers instead of that main pond area.
Yeah, I think if you're going to go 3 dock, which you can do with Vikings, and I swear I've been saying this every weekend and no one will do it yet, but I'd love to see a dock on each side of one of the rivers.
Yep.
You know, using the north as an example where the crossing is, just dock on each side. And then if you need to run with a few fishing ships, which you'll likely have to initially, you can send them back there.
I think
And then you
Liereyy
can kind of sit there.
Liereyy actually forgot the house too, so he was housed and he had to get loom right away.
Mhm.
Just a small thing, but loom this early impacts your eco more than it does later on. You have such low numbers of villagers, so
And the other things you think about when you think Byzantines, you think free town watch and free town patrol. So they have a lot of vision. It's very hard to sneak. And then particularly against the Vikings, they have really good counter options. You won't see pikemen too much in this matchup because Vikings don't have great knights, but cheaper skirms could be so helpful against Vikings. And then Vikings, if they go infantry, would be fully countered by cataphracts. And cataphracts are something we've seen today already in the quarterfinals.
yeah, this just all comes down to if Liereyy wins water early. Because if he doesn't, I feel like it's going to be really bad for him. Byzantines are just favored in every possible way later in the game against Vikings. And if Liereyy gets kicked off of water, it's going to be really tough for him to come back. He's actually laming the hell out of that fishing ship with his transport.
Liereyy just lost 2 games. Time to play serious. Block, 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 block. Oh, gosh. Is someone asking how Chieftains would do with, like, Berserks versus Cataphracts? I'm still pretty sure with Chieftains that Cataphracts completely shred.
I think they have anti-bonus armor, too. Like, I learned the other day that Genoese Expo don't get any extra damage against Cataphracts.
Yeah,
So,
Camels don't either, right?
yeah.
It's a bit weird, hard to counter. I mean, they're also really expensive. I kind of feel like this game's going to be more about who controls the water and who controls the 4 corners here than it will be the army comps. But there's lots on on the line here. I think you get 800 if you lose this game, and then I think 1600 if you win. So like, the cash alone is a lot, but these guys aren't thinking about the money. I think they're thinking about the victory, man. Both of these players could always move on to win the tourney.
I like how Lierey's doing it every time DauT moves his fishing ship, and DauT is doing it every time he remembers to click back and then transport ship. He's actually got it within range of the town center. He needs to be careful there. Okay, Liereyy shoots it a couple times. And DauT's eco behind this. He has a lot of hurtables, Tristan. He's going to click up, and Lierey's thinking about clicking up too. Liereyy needs that second building. DauT already has both of his. So DauT is on the way to the feudal age before the galley player. And Liereyy is waiting for that lumber camp to be complete. Now he clicks up. This is not looking fantastic for Liereyy.
Not if he wants to win water, which has been a common strat on this map. Liereyy was up 2-0. Looked like he had it in the bag, and you and I were just going to prep for the series between the Viper versus Yo, which we still have on the cards.
Oh.
And he's going second talk in the middle.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, man.
It's such a questionable decision. When you have a transport, look, he's blocking the fish. Food doesn't matter now. Food going up to feudal mattered. But now it's about wood and gold and dock positions, Liereyy. And I would transport your Vil maybe to the south and get these docks far away from this.
I guess, you know what? I guess if he goes for another dock, like directly across from that one, he can create a little choke point area there to like sit his fish in. And then he can pop out with demos and DauT won't know. But that's thinking later on. I think early on, as Liereyy brings his villager back and DauT's kind of laming that transport.
DauT's blocking the transport so it can't move.
Early on,
how do you like it?
Like Lierey's got to worry about keeping his galleys alive. And DauT's going to have fire galleys on the lake faster than Liereyy is in feudal age. And oh my goodness.
I mean, we talked about the weakness earlier with Koreans not being able to make demos. And the more we saw Koreans, the more we saw there was a disadvantage.
Yeah.
There's a reason we haven't seen Vikings people. And I think we're about to see why. As he will have 3 docks. DauT will only be on 2. And the thing is, the galleys can work if DauT doesn't pressure. And we've seen situations where DauT hasn't been able to snowball all that quickly. He likes to take the game late.
I mean, if Liereyy gets up to 6 or 7 galleys with fletching, then it's a concern for DauT. But he needs to get there first, and it's going to be difficult for him. Fire galleys now coming through. Liereyy blocking a little bit with the fishing ship and whatnot. But the TC is not going to do too much damage to those fire galleys. He's already taken a lot of HP hits from them, and 1 galley goes down. Second one goes down. Fire galley still alive for DauT. Man,
this is so bad.
And DauT's sending a villager already. He's sending a villager across already. That's how comfortable he feels in this situation.
And what an amazing job from DauT. I mean, he kind of expected that he would be ahead. Of course, he should. But great job to find the galleys. Great job to recognize he could still fight next to the TC. And Liereyy will soon be up against maybe some archers on his base. And this is looking horrible for the Austrian, Dave. I don't know how you get yourself out of this hole until you have 6 galleys.
Yeah, and he will have 6 soon. He will. He's about to have 5. And then the 6th one on the way. The problem for him is that he needs to gather them first without taking major damage from the fire galleys. And then, of course, the land aggression. What eco is he going to have to spend on this land aggression? He has enough for 1 tower in defense. And then after that, it's big trouble.
He did get town watch. He's got the galleys out now to maybe micro. So he will maybe see a sneak. I think the priority here is having your gold protected. Because if you're off gold, DauT can come right back on water. DauT, he doesn't have any of this scouted, unlike the right side where he's scouted with some hurtables. So he doesn't actually know where the golds are, but he'll see 1 when the range completes. And he might just stumble upon the second as he even rushes a blacksmith right now.
Liereyy is fletching for these galleys. He's getting up a decent number. Yeah. Like, credit to Liereyy. He has built up enough galleys here. DauT stopped making fire ships or fire galleys for a little while to have the res for that barracks and that archery range. And Liereyy is now going to be able to go in and snipe the fish. So he's going to have himself an okay position. It's just how well can he deal with the landing. So we see a blacksmith now from DauT. Second archer is on the way. Will Liereyy be able to see this anytime soon?
I think he will. I think he will, and I think he's building the house over here just in case something comes through. No, we can't see it. Sorry, I'm so used to Byzantines in their vision. DauT forgot about a fire, Dave, kind of to the north there near the sneak. That could have helped out here. But he still has had fishing working, and he's going to run in soon. The house will actually give him the vision he needs. The archers are running in with fletching. Liereyy could be off of gold here.
How does Liereyy react? How quickly does he react to this?
Now get to the other side of the mining camp, because the Vills are going to run to the right.
Yep.
Try and get to the other side of the mining camp.
Well, I mean, Viking villagers, automatic wheelbarrow, right? They're going to get out of there quick, and Liereyy goes for a tower on the wood line. So he's going to have safe wood, and his galleys are being harassed a little bit, but those were just 3 that he sent over there. He's still got this main group, so he will have control over water.
Let's see if DauT, how DauT prioritizes this. Liereyy lost 1 a moment ago next to the TC. He's getting his hit and running going. He still has enough without fletching to fight this. Tower's up,
down.
villager goes down, but how do you get gold if you're Liereyy?
Yeah, and that tower only protects like that little nub of wood too.
Yeah.
He'll need to expand from that. Liereyy still no fletching, by the way. But he doesn't need it with these numbers.
This is great, dude. It kind of reminds me of the Capwatch game earlier today against Winchester. And look at DauT. I would actually love to see DauT just patrol here with this group of archers. Just keep constant vision on the south, because that's how Liereyy would get gold. Liereyy would have to escape.
And remember the earlier game with Winchester where he escaped to get gold with the transport ship? DauT has already killed that. Yep. So Liereyy will need to make another transport ship with wood that he does not have to get access to gold again. And meanwhile, DauT is just banking up food. He's banking up gold. Maybe thinking about going to Castle Age. And if he gets to Castle Age well before Liereyy, with Liereyy still not having fletching, he can easily take back the water that he lost.
Liereyy seems rattled, man. That villager left out in the open, he's destined to die. And, you know, I want to circle back to just how fast the freaking switch was from DauT. He's actually bringing in a boar right now, too, for his food eco. But, man, he opened up hot and heavy on water and then immediately switched to land. That's the fastest transition we've seen.
And he doesn't lose the villa. He's paying attention.
Right,
he's going to get the food in. Liereyy will find the fire galley on the top and clear it up, but still no fletching on these, and still no access to gold for Liereyy. I think you send now. You send these vills now that you know where the archers are. Send them to the island in the south.
Yep. That's a good call, Dave.
And he's doing it. Yep.
DauT can't do anything about that if he doesn't have the archers there, right? There he goes, and Liereyy should make it, but will DauT sense it? I feel like if DauT can't find any more damage at Lierey's base, he's going to just head over there, and Liereyy needs to make sure he has galleys protecting that.
Yeah, Liereyy does
What do you do? Do you wall behind here, maybe?
Does have Town Watch. Even an outpost there would give him so much info, right? And then he can head over with the galleys. He is adding extra fish behind this, so he will have a decent eco. And he has had wheelbarrow automatically here. Something we haven't really mentioned with the Vikings so much in these water-based maps. Wheelbarrow is effective, and he's going to click up soon. DauT is already up, but Liereyy with a really respectable click up time, assuming it's within like the next 20 seconds, considering everything he's been through.
Eco KD 5-5. DauT sits directly behind that wood line. On both sides, by the way. Liereyy really needs to take out the archer to the north. And I think something that Lierey's not doing right now, which could lose him the game, Dave, is he's not taking out DauT's docks. If DauT has docks in a faster Castle Age, he will simply overwhelm Liereyy on water and then still have the pressure on land. You need to take out those docks right now, Liereyy.
DauT is not attacking the villagers on that wood line too. I think they're within range there. Okay, he's going to reposition a little bit and start attacking them. Liereyy needs to go other places. His wood situation is rough. He's going to clear the archer up in the north.
DauT has to be careful that Liereyy doesn't send a counter-attacking force, because he has no stone right now. He's got no army over there, and it's pretty easy for Liereyy to just send like 3 units over.
What counter-attacking force? It's going to be 2 skirms and an archer. He's just now getting fletching. He's getting fletching. Let's go.
He's dead now, and fletching is going to come in. But will the ships and the fishing ships survive for Liereyy? I don't think so, Dave. I think that how many upgrades and how many numbers you would need on regular galleys against Byzantine fires, that there's just no chance for Liereyy on water.
You start adding some demos here if you're Liereyy.
Yeah.
Start adding demo rafts from the 2 docks that aren't producing a galley. I think he added maybe 2 or 3 too many fish. He didn't have really the wood to keep production going, and his wood situation is still really ugly. DauT is now going for a siege workshop on Lierey's island. Holy, this is going to be really tough for Liereyy. Really, really difficult. Crossbow and fire ship and demo. Damn, dude. Liereyy needs to run.
But, like, if you run in one area, you hope to have control of the other area.
Yep.
And he's behind on land. He's also behind on water. And Liereyy was up 2-0 in this game. DauT has pulled off some crazy reverse sweeps in his days, but this is one of the crazier ones against Liereyy after it looked so bad for him. And Liereyy will lose everything on water. That should, if DauT continues in here, that should be a good fight for DauT. He just needs to continue to run through here.
Longboat's now being queued up. War Galley research is on the way. Demos coming in, Liereyy. Trying to snipe the demos. Good micro there.
The demos.
Great
DauT
micro
obviously
there.
still has siege and everything, right? So if you see that the micro isn't good in one area, it's because they're not realizing the next. Then Liereyy doesn't see the siege yet. Now he does. He'll use the tower to hit the crossbows.
But that's free villager kills. That is free villager kills. The fire ships, I think, will be cleared up at the end of the day, but he just dives with the crossbows, and there's no skirmishers there for Liereyy. He does have longboats now on the water, so he's going to be pushing back the other way and trying to kill the fire ships from DauT, but his fishing ships are not working. He's got villagers engaging against crossbows under a tower.
Liereyy doesn't have any food eco working. His wood eco is everything that's underneath this tower. And he doesn't have Bodkin Arrow to combat the fire ships. Liereyy is completely dead here.
What a comeback from DauT. Oh my goodness. I thought this series was just chalked after that second game, right? It looked so good from Liereyy. And then we go on to Golden Hill. DauT managed to get the win, and then ever since then, he's never looked back, and the Navy will be cleared up from Liereyy. Not really a counter force here. DauT.
Wow, this is so good, dude.
So good.
This is so good. And at this point, DauT doesn't need to do anything fancy. I don't think he needs to add a second TC, but, you know, you always have that on the cards. I personally would like to see him completely dominate water before he adds a second TC, because that's one way that Liereyy can come back and kind of hold his position, particularly in the south.
Liereyy does... Now, let's talk about positives for Liereyy. He does have access to longboat. He does have handcart and wheelbarrow, which is great.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a wood line.
Yep. And he's using villagers to combat siege and crossbows. I have yet to see anything that really works here.
Siege workshop.
That said, it's actually
it's working.
It's actually working. So, you know, maybe I shouldn't be so judgmental over here.
Man, handcart villagers, they just catch up so quick.
What? No way. DauT added the TC, Dave, so he's thinking about the boom now.
And Liereyy
did a little early.
He did keep his fishing ships alive, so he will bring them back. Start working on the shorefish now.
So this is a weird thing to come back to, but I remember how dejected DauT was when he felt he could have won Hidden Cup 3 set against Hera, and or Hidden Cup 4 actually, and he was just so upset. And he was like, "I should have won this game. I thrown it," and I'm hearing DauT's voice of dejection right now. You've got the position right now. Just make sure you continue the pressure. He's still got a really big lead, Dave. He's still in a good spot, but there will be defensive siege for Liereyy finally.
Yeah, the thing I'm concerned about here for DauT is that those archers get near the farm eco, because all that farm eco is not set up around the TC. It's very far away. The stuff in the back is secure. The stuff over there is pretty rough, and Liereyy is going to be microing with his own mangonel now. He's got another one in the queue. He's finally queuing up villagers again.
I mean, if Liereyy gets a second TC, these games can go on long. He could boom up in the south. And now that I see DauT on town centers, there's always a chance. Actually, no, DauT's doing a great thing here. He's going to send a knight home for this army, Dave.
He's going to go for another stable there. Yep.
He could use the knights on the front to just take out Lierey's siege. This is well played from DauT.
Yep. DauT knows what he needs to do here. 20 Vill lead. DauT doesn't have any fishing ships, but Lierey's adding a few more, but it's not going to make that big of a difference. Liereyy also has wheelbarrow and handcart, so it's something else. DauT kicked off the farms temporarily, but look at the food in the bank there from Liereyy. There's nothing.
Woo! Well, I mean, I'm not seeing a second TC for Liereyy. I'm not seeing Bodkin for Liereyy. The counterattack did something. But
he needs a new wood line. Like, he just needs one. Oh, he's going for a lumber camp there. Okay.
Dude, I mean...
It's better than the other options, I suppose. Even dropping farms now, I think. Oh, jeez.
He needs monks, too, right? He can't move out against knights unless he wants to just micro, which he's trying. And actually did a decent job, but he needs monks now, and now crossbows come in, and this is DauT's game. This is DauT's game. His lead will only grow from here. Never mind. Liereyy is actually killing knights with mangonels.
Killing his own vills, too.
His own villager, yeah. DauT third TC at home, Dave.
One for one over there.
If Liereyy can get an actual counterattack in, and that hasn't really happened.
DauT is sending a knight to the south. Oh, baby. If he finds that gold from Liereyy, could do a lot of damage there. DauT also going for a third TC on his own island. Still pressuring the island for Liereyy. Liereyy is still going out there for wood. Oh, my God.
And the micro from DauT, he keeps the siege alive. Kills a villager with it. I think if the knight finds the gold, I mean, it is already GG at this point, I think. But especially if the knight finds the gold, DauT will have completed one of the sickest reverse sweeps.
Yep.
And there's just no way back for Liereyy. DauT knew exactly what he would send his way. He punished him for it. And he's outboomed him at this
Oh my
point.
God, the quick walls from Liereyy. Actually trying to hold himself in this game when he probably knows all hope is lost. DauT did not find the gold with the knight. Liereyy manages to stave off death for another day. And DauT is coming in with the crossbows right into the tower.
Yeah, the difference we're seeing now is one player has eco to look at and the other person has military to look at. So, I mean, Lierey's getting to shine with his micro as he finally gets bodkin and finally gets crossbow.
And finally queues up another vill.
There we go.
8.5 minutes of idle TC time with one town center from Liereyy. He's going with crossbows across to DauT's base. DauT still has all that farming economy that's like in the middle of nowhere with no town center to support it. But he has enough stone if he wants to drop some towers there defensively. Or if he even wants to buy himself a castle somewhere around there.
I feel like DauT can just clear up this crossbow army with knights, but it is, again, Liereyy giving himself an opportunity here. Little house wall, loses a vill, but buys some space and time. He's really struggling for wood, though. He needs to go somewhere else for trees now. And DauT could just pass right over here if he wants to. Kill the fishing ships, maybe. Lierey's completely forgotten that he has navy at this point. As he kills some vills from DauT. DauT was actually making houses there, which gives him a heads up. He knows the crossbows are there now.
DauT has found the gold in the south with his goats, but he hasn't realized yet. He's busy on another area, can bring that knight there at any point. And Liereyy is still raiding in the economy from DauT. He loses a crossbow. I don't think he doesn't know really about that farming. Okay, he sees it. And DauT!
Liereyy calls it!
Oh my God, dude. How? DauT coming back from 2-0 against Liereyy on Lierey's home maps.
We said at the start of this tourney there was going to be a mix-up, and we've had the mix-ups in round 1 and round 2 where we had upsets. We now have DauT upsetting Liereyy here, and it wasn't just a normal win, Dave. It looked so DauT at the start. We had a failed castle. We actually had almost 2 consecutive failed castles over the start of the series. And he just figured it out. And he was more consistent. And you look now back to Lierey's draft, and maybe he used all of his best strats, all of his best civs over the first 4 games. And Vikings just didn't cut it here at game 5.
No, and like just so many questions. Like, sure, Vikings, you can see the potential, but I feel like you need to get set up differently. You can't make the docks in the middle like that. You need to gather your galleys. You need a faster uptime. Like, questions, right? And DauT gave us some answers there after the questionable first and second games. Coming back on Golden Hill, having an impressive performance here, and then beating Liereyy on Mired. Mongols against Berbers. Really great